He's had so many memorable moments in the stripes, and now he's doing the dad thing and doing fantastic fun facts things with Dan Horde, presented by Skyline Chili.
Now, fantastic fun facts with Dan Horde.
Time for some fun facts with one of the greatest players in Bengals history, A.J. Green. If a Bengals game is on, are you watching, or does it depend on what you have going on in your regular life?
I'm always watching at some point, you know what I mean? Yeah, most part I'm watching at all times.
You played in 10 games with Joe Burrow, his rookie year, your last year in Cincinnati. A year later, he was in the Super Bowl. What was different about Joe from just about anybody else you played with?
I think his leadership, not the aspect of him just talking so much, is more leading that example. And you want a quarterback who's the same guy every day. And I think that's what separates him from the other guys, because you know what you're going to get out of Joe every week. And to play that position, you have to be that low key. You can't be a guy that's going to be rah, 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 rah during the game because you have so much on your plate. So for him to keep everything leveled, that would make him so great.
You were a lead by example guy. Sounds like a good match.
Yeah, it was. This happened to be, I'm a little older, coming off a couple injuries. But, I enjoy my time playing with Joe, and I knew from day one that he's going to be one of the greatest that ever played this game and ever put on the Bengals jersey.
You didn't overlap with Jamar. What do you like about his game and his approach?
I think he's just very confident. And to play that position, you have to be very confident. And I think that's how he's so great. He doesn't talk that much, but you can tell, he got it in him. You know what I mean? But his runs after catch, he's just a playmaker, man. He's just especially when he gets the ball ball's in his hands, he can take it at any point of the time. So
we're visiting with A.J. Green. What do you remember about the lead up to the 2011 draft, your contact to the Bengals, and then all culminating with being the 4th pick overall?
For me, I just remember having my whole family there. Just felt surreal, just because that's what you dream of your whole life, and then you're there in that moment. Just having my name called, it was like, oh my gosh, like at number 4 that early, was very special. That's probably one of the best moments of my life,
It was still back in New York then.
Yeah.
Had you ever been?
No. Yeah, no, haven't. That was my first time in New York City. That was the first time my family ever flew in an airplane, probably, some of them. So it was just a surreal experience just to have everybody there that saw little AJ grow up into this first round pick.
AJ, do you know what team you caught the most touchdown passes against?
Most touchdowns. Ravens?
Ravens is correct.
Yeah, okay.
You caught 9 against Baltimore. John Harbaugh famously said a couple of years into your career, one of these days we'll figure out how to cover A.J. Green. What was it about the Ravens? Was it how they covered you? Why did you dominate Baltimore so consistently?
I think we played each other so much. And the games were always tough, so it's like, it just matter who made the most plays. There's no out tricking anybody, so it's like me versus you a lot of the time. So, and they played a lot of man. They had a lot of great corners in there, so just got the best of them sometimes. So it was good.
Pretty frequently. Do you have a most memorable touchdown catch?
I think the playoff game, Steelers, when we should have won that was our chance. That's probably one of the best moments of my career. Just seeing the fans and how close we were just for pulling off that playoff win that we haven't had in there in so long. So probably that touchdown was my sweet.
So I hate to pick the scab, but we're going to go back. Yeah. You catch that touchdown with 1:50 to go. You got a 1-point lead. Yeah. On the very next play, Vontaze comes up with the interception. Right. So now it's basically a minute and a half to go. You've got the ball and the lead. In your mind, is the drought over?
Oh, the game's over. We celebrating already before we even get to that locker room. Like, everybody's on the sideline going crazy. And then the fumble happened. And then
it kept getting worse.
It kept getting worse after that. And that's probably the most disappointed time I had in my player career. Just coming back into the locker room knowing that we should have won that game.
Let me bring up another touchdown. This might have been the most memorable in the regular season. Less than 10 seconds to go in Atlanta. I think 7 seconds to go.
Yeah.
You catch a touchdown pass from Andy in what's become your hometown. 37-36 win, just a crazy game, and a game-winning TD with less than 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was another big one, especially being in Atlanta. All the Georgia fans, I had a lot of family at that game and a lot of friends at that game. So I remember just ran like a little bench route against cover 2. I don't know what the corner was doing, and he just put the ball, placed a great ball, and I slid and caught it. So.
And Joe Mixon, who wasn't active, came flying down the field to try to tackle you.
I'm like, Joe, I thought you were hurt. You're flying down there. Almost knocked me over. But that was a great game as well.
AJ, who was the toughest cornerback you faced?
Toughest? Probably Patrick Peterson is the best corner him and Darrell Revis. Darrell Revis, Pat P, and Joe Hayden are, my 3 top corners that I faced.
Patrick Peterson was your draft.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, he just retired, and he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. So,
you and Andy Dalton will always be linked. What don't people know or understand about Andy?
I think how good he was. I think people really don't appreciate how good he was at the time that he was starting. You look around the league, there's only 6, 7 great quarterbacks, you know what I mean? But to have him where we was consistently winning each and every year, 9 wins plus every year. I think he's very underrated and probably one of the smartest guys I've ever been around.
And still playing. And this speaks volume, man. Like I said, if you don't want to be a starter, be a backup quarterback, and I'll take that job any day. They need that for wide receivers where you don't take hits.
Yeah, no, right. Once you get over 30, it's like, oh, it's time for you to get out of here, buddy. But when you turn 30 and you're a quarterback, I'm like, hey, you can mentor this young guy. So, but I'm happy for him. I talk to Andy. We talk all the time, and I went to his game last year when he played the Bengals, so it was fun. We always talking. So.
Who was your funniest teammate?
Andrew Hawkins.
No hesitation.
No hesitation. We just talked, and he sent us a video, and he was shooting a Tubi movie, and I'm like, he's just a guy that he does everything. So probably my best teammate and the funniest.
You were uber competitive. Anybody that accomplishes the things you accomplished has to be. How do you get your competitive fix now?
Play a lot of golf, and I think that gets me because I'm not very good at it. So it keeps me coming back each and every week. But I think I just moved to a new phase in my life, just me now and just being a dad. And that's probably, I get that same feeling, especially when I see him playing well as well. And just watching them, they smile on their face when they see me on the field or me coming to a game, or we have those conversations coming back from a baseball game when it's not so good. And for him to be like, I'm telling him it's okay, you're 8, you're gonna make mistakes. So just being a family man and being a dad is probably the best joy in my life right now.
Do you get nervous when you watch your boys play sports?
Of course. I get the same feeling like I used to get on Sundays, and I'm not even playing. So, but I don't show that to him. He's just out there having fun, but I definitely get nervous sometimes.
Is there anything on your bucket list in retirement, a place you'd like to go, something you'd like to do or see?
I've hit some of those bucket lists. I went snowboarding for the first time last year, so the family and I, we went to Aspen for a couple days and got to snowboard and got to ski. So I do all the adventure stuff now. I might give me an e-bike just to fly around downtown and just little things like that.
Was that prohibited in your contract, in your playing days, stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. And my wife wouldn't let me do that. She wasn't going to let me do that when I was playing. So now that I'm not playing, I get to bought me a snowboard. So we go each year, going to buy me an e-bike. I'm going to go downtown, get the boys. We're all going to get e-bikes. We're going to ride down the sidewalks and stuff like that.
I'm imagining the Bengals fan that goes to a ski resort and suddenly sees AJ Green on skis. That's going to be quite the freak out moment.
Yeah. But I have all the masks on, so it's like they don't see me falling all the time. They're like, who's this guy? Who's this baby on the bunny slopes? Oh, there's just a grown man over here.
So I used to say your full name when you caught touchdown passes. Do people randomly say, Adriel Jeremiah Green?
Oh yeah, all the time, especially at the baseball fields now. So it's like, They were like, "Hey, Jeremiah at first base." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Final question. This one's kind of deep. If you could meet anybody in history, anybody, living or deceased, who would that person be?
For me, it's probably, I think, my brother at my stage of my life, because I had an older brother, got killed in a car accident. I think that would be the person that I would meet, because growing up together, losing him I was 5, he was 9, just to see how he would react to where I'm at today and what I've accomplished probably would have been something special.
He would have been very proud and thrilled, no doubt. As am I, to get a chance to visit with you again. Welcome back to Cincinnati. It's always so great to see you. Thanks for all the memories.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right, that was A.J. Green. Fantastic conversation between he and Dan Hoard. And A.J. made his mark on this franchise. I can truly say he left it all on the field. Now, as you heard, he watches his son on the baseball field with the same nervousness he played with. But whether it was Andy Dalton or Joe Burrow, A.J. Green was as reliable wide receiver as there's ever been at Cincinnati and arguably the NFL. And in retirement, it's no surprise he still keeps an eye on the Bengals. Coming up next is the Athletics' Paul Dehner Jr. as the countdown to kickoff continues on the Bengals Radio Network.
Summer's winding down, your lawn's slowing up, and the leaves, they're already starting to drop. Robert's Lawn and Landscaping doesn't miss a beat. From final cuts to full fall cleanups, fresh mulch and winter prep, they've got your yard handled before the seasons change. Reliable, local, ready for what's next. Lock in your fall services now with Robert's Lawn and Landscaping. Visit robertslawn.com. Robert's Lawn and Landscaping, where every season starts strong, reliable, local, and ready for what's next.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Atlas Roofing is the best value in architectural shingles. They feature a limited lifetime and wind warranty, up to 130 miles per hour. And their super wide design saves on installation time. Plus, get a free estimate fast on your entire shingle project with our easy-to-use design program. In-store or on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be. Your home for the Bengals.
Never quit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Never quit.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
Bengals from the inside out with the Dehner Report. Here's the Athletics' Paul Dehner Jr.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network. He covers the Bengals for The Athletic and co-hosts the Growler Podcast. Paul Dehner Jr., happy game day.
Happy game day, Box. How you doing? One of my favorite moments of the year is 15 minutes to the kickoff of the opener, and I get to talk to you. This is just amazing. Let's do it.
Oh, man, you make me feel good for an old man. Let's talk about a young man, Dax Hill, and his new position.
Yeah, new position. I was talking to Chuck Burks about this this week. He said he is not playing a new position. That's the narrative that's out there, that Dax Hill is going from safety to outside corner, now inside to nickel. This is not a new position. He said this is who he is, a player who can move, drive on the ball, blitz, cover, has outside corner, inside corner speed, is in natural. He's played it before. This is a spot that you can see Dax Hill thriving, and the idea that there's going to be some time that it's going to take for him to adjust. He's like, that's just a misnomer. He's going to be out there today and be counted on to be a real versatile weapon, and it's not something that he's having to learn something new, which is what people have been talking about. We will learn how quickly he can react coming off his ACL. I think that's going to be something we'll be watching closely, but Al Golden views Dax Hill as a real critical piece for this team. He's looked good in camp, but this is not going to be some new spot that you think there's going to be any adjusting time with.
All right, great news, and great news also, Cam Taylor-Britt's mindset. Dan Hoard talked to him earlier in the show, but he does seem to have a laser focus these days.
I was really kind of taken aback by Cam being so forthright and honest this week about the headspace that he felt like he was in last year and how it hurt him and the way that he was playing. And he's lived this roller coaster life where, man, he's looked like a true CB1 for long stretches of time. And then, he's been benched and had these games where it just looks rough. But he says he's in a better headspace. Right now he feels like he's back more in his rookie year headspace where it's not worrying about anything. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. He said he worried way too much about what everybody else was talking about with him and what they thought. Just be himself, play ball, do his thing. He says he feels like he's back to that again. And really, he called it having fun again. And I don't think football felt as fun for him last year, but it was clear watching him all camp and in the lead up to this first game that he feels like he's having fun and can be himself now again, which is going to be massive because the Bengals absolutely have to have him take a leap this year. So much in the secondary falls apart if he doesn't.
You kind of hear several players who are left from last year's team and talking about just being able to have fun and getting out there playing loose.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's trying to rebuild the confidence was such a big part of what Al Golden needed to do this offseason. Take this defense that had been deflated and beaten down and, let's be honest, made fun of and called a liability of this team and build them up to make them believe that they can do it again. And I think you sense that over camp. And then you have these hiccups in the preseason games. But that didn't stop the belief and the confidence, I think, that you hear from these guys when we talk to them all week. I'll be curious to see what it looks like out there today, just like with everything else. But I do think Al Golden did the job of making these guys confident when they show up to week one. We'll see if they can play confident.
All right, lastly, the history of slow starts. Hopefully that won't happen again this year.
I don't know how you can look at what's happened. You remove the pass box. I know that's really hard to do. Try to remove the past here. They could not have had a better run up to this game one in terms of setting themselves up. Burrow had the 5 drives in the preseason. They kept that group healthy. They did everything they wanted to do. They changed up the routine. They were practicing in the mornings. They didn't do the joint practice. They focused on themselves. Like everything they wanted to do and accomplish, including getting all of those guys signed and having your big 3 in the building all off season, they did. And it does feel different coming to week one. We know the past. But you have the big 3 all healthy. You did things differently to give yourself a different feel coming into it. There's no excuse today to have another opener that has looked like some of the previous openers. The only thing that would make you think it's even possible, given the way they had this run up to the season, is the history of what has happened here. We'll see if they can change history today.
No question about it. Thank you, Paul Dana Jr. Always glad to have you aboard. And it is opening day. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and Cleveland Browns at Huntington Bank Stadium. Dan Hort and Dave Lapham have the call up next on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
What if someone could tell you what pest control issues you are most likely to have at your house in the next couple of months? Basically, someone that has like a bug or rodent psychic. Wouldn't you want that same person to handle your pest control services now? That's what Patrick, Becca, and the whole team at K&B Pest Control can do. They can predict the future. And better yet, prevent it from happening at your house. Call them now. 304-523-4281. K&B Pest Control. They'll kill for your business.
Touchdown! Bengals!
Hi, this is Matt Jones. You're listening to Ashland's home for Kentucky Sports Radio. Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 Kentucky Sports Station.
is the Bengals Radio Network.
Burrow ready, catches the shotgun snap. He's in trouble, throws off his back foot. Higgins makes the catch. Touchdown! Bengals!
Bengals football is brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Fifth Third Bank, score big with Bengals banking. Visit 53.com to join the roster and earn exclusive perks. Paramount Plus, watch your Bengals this season on the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. Is the Bengals countdown to kickoff on the Bengals Radio Network.
After months of talking about and hearing about the need to get off to a fast start, the Cincinnati Bengals finally get the opportunity to do it as they look to kick off the season with a road win in Cleveland. It's the Bengals and Browns on opening day, and it is time for the pigskin to fly here at Huntington Bank Field. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Dan Horde alongside former Bengals offensive lineman Dave Lapham, headed into the Bengals Ring of Honor this year. And it's great to have you with us for our coverage of Bengals football. Let's get to Laps. Keys to the game.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you, I think that this football game, it's a division rivalry. The Bengals are on the road playing the Cleveland Browns. I mean, I can't tell you how many division rivalry games that I've witnessed over the years and that Paul Brown, the great Paul Brown, coached in over the years. But this one's big. This one's as big as any of them. I think they're going to play well. I think the Bengals have the best quarterback in the National Football League. I think he's throwing the football better than any quarterback in the National Football League. He has unbelievable weapons in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to utilize down the football field and abuse opponents in that regard. They're going to have to decide how they're going to play coverages, and Joe Burrow can make determinations on what he's seeing and pick that apart. I think they've got a running game to go with it. In my mind, I'm telling you, watch out. You got Chase Brown, who in my opinion is a dark horse candidate, and not very dark to say the least, as a Pro Bowler. I think he's going to have a Pro Bowl season. I think he's capable of doing exactly that. Key is, will they do enough in the trenches? They do a podcast called In the Trenches, and it's offensive and defensive line play, and that's, I think, going to be the determining factor in today's football game. Cleveland Browns are good. They're good in their offensive line. They're sound and solid in their defensive line. They have a superstar in Myles Garrett in their defensive line. They've got a tandem in their offensive line that have been around for a long time, Batonio and Postic at the center position. Turnovers. The Bengals have to finish +1. Even's not even good enough. +1, +2, +3. Red zone, low red zone, inside the 20, inside the 10-yard line. Third down, fourth down. The Bengals have to win on third down conversions. Limit the Cleveland Browns on third down success and have some success on their side of it. Fourth down as well. And then finally, the trenches. Offensive, defensive line. Get it done.
It is 64 degrees and sunny in Cleveland on opening day. We'll be back with the coin toss and the start of the season next on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork. They develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at Paycor.com.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
It's summer bird season, which means bird bombs, an endless shower of bird bombs, turning your car's finish into a pasty, icky mess. Keep your ride clear of bird bombs with an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Wash as often as you want at any of our 40 locations. So, this summer, fight bird bombs with an unlimited plan from Mike's Car Wash. Open daily, 7 to 9.
The season begins at Huntington Bank Field for the Bengals in 2025, the home of the Cleveland Browns since 1999. So this is year 26 for this stadium. It is the only venue in the NFL that has never hosted a postseason game. The Browns have not hosted a playoff game since 1995. The Bengals coin toss captains, the same trio that served that role the final 5 games of last season. The Bengals won their last 5. Quarterback Joe Burrow and his 2 great targets who signed big contract extensions in the offseason on the same day, no less, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
All right, gentlemen, this is the coin I'm going to flip. The side with the American flag is heads. The side with the shield is tails. You're the visitor. What's your call? Tails is the call. It is a heads. Cleveland has won the toss. Cleveland has elected to defer. Cincinnati will receive on this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, the Bengals get the ball. Joe Burrow and company get the ball to start the 2025 season. We'll have that and so much more coming your way. Opening kickoff presented by Alta Fiber is up next.
So a major storyline, obviously, for the Bengals is everybody expects them to be one of the highest scoring teams of the NFL.
Right.
The big question is on the defensive side of the ball. But if you look back over the last couple of years, at least on opening day, more of the fault for the Bengals losing their last 3 openers falls on the offense instead of the defense. Last year, Cincinnati scored 1 touchdown in a loss to the Patriots. 2 years ago, the Bengals didn't score any touchdowns on 15 drives here in Cleveland.
That's inexcusable. And really, it points to in the trenches, the guys up front, the offensive line. They have not been good enough. The performances have been deficient. They just haven't met the standard. And I think that's going to change. I think Scott Peters, the new offensive line coach, has set a high bar. I think the players have practiced every day to meet that high bar. And now they get an opportunity today to show at the world and themselves if, in fact, they can reach that high bar, Dan.
At Bengals home game, Cincinnati has the ruler of the jungle. Here in Cleveland, they have the guitar smash, where a former player or celebrity smashes a guitar that is decorated in the opposing team's colors. We are adjacent to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, I've got a bone to pick with the person that did that for Cleveland today. It's a former Bengal and also a former Brown, our buddy Andrew Hawkins. So maybe when the Browns come to Cincinnati, we'll have Andrew Hawkins be the ruler of the jungle. It's a little bit of revenge.
There you go.
Here comes the opening kick. It is high and short. Charging forward to field it at the 14 is Charlie Jones. Sprinting toward the far sideline, crosses the 30 and gets tackled at the 32-yard line. That's where Joe Burrow and company will begin. Joe Burrow coming off the best statistical season for a quarterback in Bengals history. Finished just shy of 5,000 passing yards. 43 touchdown passes. That was a franchise record. Only 9 interceptions and a passer rating of 108.5. He led the NFL in touchdown passes and passing yards.
Love to see him get 5,000 passing yards and maybe up the ante to 50 touchdown passes. 5,050. That would be unbelievable. But Joe Burrow is absolutely capable of doing it.
Offensive line, Orlando Brown Jr., Dylan Fairchild, Ted Karras, Lucas Patrick, and Amarius Mims. The Bengals line up in an I formation. They fake a handoff. Burrow throws. It is caught by Noah Fant. And the newcomer in his Bengals debut catches the ball and runs for 12 yards out to the 44-yard line. Free safety Ronnie Hickman made the tackle.
Cleveland Browns had a free runner, Isaiah McGuire. I don't know if that was by design. I tend to think not. I think it was a blown assignment. He came in, storming into Joe Burrow. Joe got it out of his hand quickly, moved the chains.
Bengals line up in a pistol on 1st and 10 from their 44. It's a pistol with a sidecar. Drew Samples in the backfield. Here's a delayed handoff to Chase Brown, and he's tackled near the line of scrimmage. In fact, he loses a yard. Malik Collins and Devin Bush combining for the stop.
And that's what we were talking about the entire pre-game show. It seemed like the interior of the Bengals offensive line. Will they be able to handle business against the Cleveland Browns interior defensive tackles and inside linebacker positions? That's going to be a big determining factor in this football game.
T. Higgins and Andre Yosibas are out to the left. Jamar Chase out to the right. It's a tightly clustered formation. 2nd down and 11 for Cincinnati on the first drive of the season. Burrow clapping his hands furiously. I think Myles Garrett was offside. It's a running play up the middle. It gains nothing. And we'll see if that is, in fact, the penalty.
And Myles Garrett, a veteran player like him, a great player like him.
Offside defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
You move when the offensive line moves. You don't move till you see the hand move of the offensive lineman. I mean, that's elementary football. That's youth football. That's high school football, college football. Myles Garrett made a big mistake there. It was basically a no gain or a tackle for loss turns into a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Mike Gesicki and Noah Fant check into the game. Gesicki on the right side, Fant on the left. Jamar Chase also out to the left. T. Higgins out to the right. On 2nd down, Burrow hands it off to Chase Brown, crosses the 50, keeps going, and he's about a half yard short of a Bengals first down. That was a 2nd and 6 run. Safety Grant Delpit, who played with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on the national championship team at LSU, made the tackle.
Now, if you're going to your first 3rd down of the season, why not make it a 3rd and less than a yard? I mean, you can do anything you want to do on this particular 3rd down snap. I'd like to see the Bengals hammered up inside between the tackles and kind of establish themselves.
3rd down and less than a yard. Burrow in the shotgun. Chase Brown off his right hip. Burrow hands it off. Brown lowers his left shoulder and picks up the first down. He didn't get much, but he got enough, and that will move the sticks near the 45 of Cleveland. Devin Bush with a stop.
I like that, though. I think they made a statement. It's like, we know you're good inside. We know you're sound. We know you're solid. We know that's the question that almost everybody has that it has anything to do with this football game. Will the Bengals interior be able to handle business against the interior of the Cleveland Browns defensive front? They did on that snap.
2 first downs on the opening drive so far for Cincinnati. The Bengals line up in a pistol. Burrow catches, fakes to Chase Brown, throws short, dropped at the 50, and that's actually a good thing. Noah Fant did not catch the ball, but if he had, the Bengals are going to lose about 4 yards.
Yeah, that was diagnosed immediately by Rayshon Jenkins. I mean, that was a tackle for loss waiting to happen. So that's not really that bad a thing that the ball was dropped.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 45.5 of Cleveland. The Bengals started at their own 32 on their first drive of the year. Burrow clapping his hands. It's an inside handoff to Chase Brown. He accelerates down to the 40 for a gain of 6. Miles Harden making the stop, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
3rd down and 4. These are the ones that you have to convert on a regular basis. If you can convert 65-70% of 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 5, you're going to be in good shape during the course of a football game. So this 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 right here is big. Let's see how the Bengals handle this.
Higgins and Yosibas out to the left. Jamar Chase out to the right. Burrow waiting for the shotgun snap. He catches, drops back from the pocket, throws over the middle, caught for a first down. Nice. T. Higgins hauls it in. You can hear the fans say T, even though we are here in Cleveland, and Higgins goes down at the 27.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns, they brought 5. They had a 5-man defensive line. they put a linebacker right up on the center on that particular snap, and they said, we're going to cover everybody and get one-on-one pass rush opportunities across the board. Schlesinger is the nose tackle that lined up as a linebacker that lined up as a nose tackle over Karras.
13 yards on that 3rd down and 4 play. On 1st and 10, Burrow hands off. Chase Brown running through a hole up the middle of the field. There's a penalty flag down at the line of scrimmage on the far sideline.
I hope that's not the Bengals in an illegal formation.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 71 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Yeah, Marius Mims has been working himself back and further off the line of scrimmage in his 3-point stance. And, you have to have your helmet lined up at the numbers of the lineman next to you. And Marius Mims lined up too far back off the line of scrimmage, cost the Bengals on that snap.
Preseason sensation, Mitch Tinsley in the game. He goes out to the left. Burrow in the gun with a protector on either side. Joe back to throw. Good pocket. Short pass. Caught at the 28. Chase Brown pinballs off one defender and makes it down to the 24 for an 8-yard gain. Devin Bush with his 3rd tackle on the opening drive for Cleveland.
I think that's the thing that Chase Brown is going to really present for the Cincinnati Bengals offensively. Dan Pitcher as a coordinator, Joe Burrow as a quarterback. Those little routes, those simple routes out of the backfield, whether it be a swing pass, whether it be a hook in between the tackles at the linebacker level down the football field. He's capable of making those plays.
Bengals have taken about 5.5 minutes off the clock on their opening drive. It is 2nd down and 7 as they get close to the red zone. Here's a pass caught at the 20. And the tackle is made at the 18, 1 yard short of a Cincinnati first down. Jamar Chase with his first catch of the season, and the Bengals have entered the Miami University red zone.
Jamar Chase showing himself to be a little bit slippery there. He's a tough tackle. Once the ball is caught, the fun just starts with Jamar Chase. Then you got to get him on the ground. And teams have had problems over the years getting Jamar Chase off his feet on the ground.
3rd down and 1, double tight ends in. Cincinnati hands it off to Chase Brown. He's inside the 15, and he's still fighting all the way down to the 13 for a Bengals first down.
Bengals now 3 for 3 on 3rd down on this drive, Dan, and that's just what the doctor ordered. I thought that was going to be, a key in this football game. In the first drive of the 2025 season, the Cincinnati Bengals offense is perfect so far on 3rd down, 3 for 3. Now they find themselves in the red zone, and that was another key in the football game.
10 plays so far on this drive, 6 touches for Chase Brown. Joe Burrow under center on 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 13-yard line. Mike Gesicki goes in motion.
Whoa.
They run behind him. Chase Brown inside the 5 and tackled near the first down marker by Ronnie Hickman.
Boy, that was just a well-designed play. It was a quick draw. The offensive line set up like a draw play, and they invited the Cleveland Browns up the football field and then turned and sealed all of them. And before the Cleveland Browns could recover and rally back to the football, Chase Brown was already at the linebacker level, and down the field he went.
2nd and a long yard. The ball is in between the 4 and the 5 of Cleveland. Burrow waits for a shotgun snap at the 10. Fant goes in motion. They hand it off to Chase Brown. He's running left. Yeah. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown! Nice. Chase Brown and the Bengals as Cincinnati begins the season with a 12-play touchdown drive that took half of the first quarter off the clock.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, I got to give a lot of credit to the Bengals' left side of the offensive line from Ted Karras out. Ted Karras, Dylan Fairchild, Orlando Brown. Nice job of staying with it. The play was designed to go up between the center and right guard. It got stymied there. It was stuffed. And Chase Brown, he saw an opening, an opportunity, the left side of the offensive line. Everybody finished their blocks. He took it in the end zone.
He scored 11 touchdowns last year. He has one on the Bengals' opening drive of the season. Here comes a 33-yard PAT from Evan McPherson. His kick is good, and it's 7-0 Cincinnati, almost exactly midway through the first quarter. We've got 7:32 to go, and I will give you an unbelievable statistic when we come back. 7-0 Cincinnati on the Bengals Radio Network.
Giovanni's 20th Street is the place to be before, during, and after the game. 14 great beers on tap, plus classic Giovanni's pizzas, pastas, calzones, sandwiches, and wings. Never miss a minute of the action on 10 TVs now at Giovanni's 20th Street. And Giovanni's 20th Street has never looked or tasted better. Under new ownership and management. Dine in, get it to go, or have it delivered. Order online at Giovanni'sPizzaPower.com. 20th Street Giovanni's, right on Marshall's campus, across from Edwards Stadium.
It's time to get in the game with your Hometown Chevy's Drive to Victory sales event. Our MVP is the Hometown Advantage. That's a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on all new and most pre-owned inventory. And don't forget about the Dynamic Duo. Interest rates as low as 2.9% and up to 90 days before your first payment's due. So come see us in Waverly or visit us online at yourhometownchevy.com to start your drive to victory today.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Upgrade your home with premium flooring options from Mohawk. Engaged sheet vinyl flooring adds style to any room. It's durable and waterproof, making it an ideal choice for active households. Plus, it's quick and easy to install. View our entire selection of Mohawk flooring on Menards.com. Plus our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Your home for the Bengals.
Hey, let's go. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
7-0 Cincinnati midway through the first quarter after a 12-play, 68-yard touchdown drive to begin the season. It took 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Those details brought to you by ProLink. Together, ProLink will help you find your next job. Apply at ProLinkWorks.com. I promised incredible statistic before the commercial break. Here goes. The Bengals score on their opening drive of the season, a touchdown on their opening drive of the season. This is Joe Burrow's 6th opening day start. Previously, it took 4 drives to score a touchdown, 4 drives again to score a touchdown, 8 drives to score a touchdown. No touchdowns on 15 drives 2 years ago. They didn't score a touchdown until their 6th drive last year. Yeah. So one slow start after another. Not today. After a normal training camp and 5 preseason series, the Bengals score a touchdown on their opening drive.
How about it?
Here comes the kickoff from Money Mac. It'll be caught by Carter at the 5, running up the far side numerals, and he'll get tackled as he crosses the 30. Looks like he'll go down around the 32. So the Browns will start right where the Bengals did at their own 32-yard line.
And the Browns defense found out what everybody else is going to find out in the National Football League when they line up against the Bengals. Chase Brown's going to have a big year. In my opinion, Pro Bowl candidate. You know, if you double-team Jamar Chase, pay attention to T. Higgins, the Bengals have Chase Brown, and they unveiled him in that first drive.
9 touches on the opening drive. I'll make that 8 touches on the opening drive for Chase Brown. Joe Flaco hands it off to former UC Bearcat Jerome Ford. Nope, check that. It's not Jerome Ford. It is the rookie Dylan Sampson, 4th-round draft pick out of Tennessee, who got the start at running back. And it's a decent pickup as he makes it to the 38 for a 6-yard gain. Bengals rookie Demetrius Knight, 2nd-round pick out of South Carolina, made the tackle. Flaco sends Tillman in motion. The 40-year-old quarterback who made his NFL debut 17 years ago today against Cincinnati. Takes a handoff, throws short. It is caught. Harold Fannin, the rookie tight end out of Bowling Green, right at the first down marker. And that will move the sticks. Well, they may. Yes, it is a first down for Cleveland.
And 44 on 44 that time. You know, the Bengals, Demetrius Knight, a linebacker, rookie linebacker that we've been talking about that they think very, very highly of. You know, he had out of the backfield, he had the running back, Fannin, and had him covered pretty well.
Fannin was incredible last year at Bowling Green. 117 catches, single season record for a college tight end. Here's a screen out to the left, and running up the far sideline for Cleveland is Isaiah Bond, undrafted rookie out of Texas with tremendous speed. He runs a 4.37 40. and he makes it out to the 48-yard line for a gain of 5.
Boy, it is incredible the 40 times that guys come out of college with and they run in training camp as rookies. I mean, if a guy ran a 4.4 years back, I mean, that was flying. Now, so many guys can do it.
Jerome Ford checks in at running back for the Browns, and Flaco hands it to him, running right behind tackle, and he'll be brought down at the 50-yard line, 3 yards short of the line to gain. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Trey Hendrickson with a tackle on that play for Cincinnati.
Trey Hendrickson is showing that, hey, I'll play the run as well, guys. I'm a complete football player. I'm not just a pass rusher. I'm one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League. But if you think I can't play the run, I'll show you. I'll show you I can play the run. And first 3rd down opportunity for the Cleveland Browns today. Let's see what they do.
Trey on one side, Jamar Stewart on the other on this 3rd down and 3 play coming up for Cleveland. Flaco waits for a shotgun snap, now steps forward to say something to his offensive line. He's got Ford in the backfield with him. It's a handoff to Jerome Ford. And he will not get the first down. He's wrestled to the ground about 1 yard short by B.J. Hill. Decision time for Cleveland. It's 4th down and 1.
And boy, they ran a lot of bodies in, but none of them's a punter. So Cleveland's going for it. They have the home crowd. They want to put on a good show. They want to answer the Bengals score. They fell behind 7-0 early in this football game. Man, I'll tell you what, the first quarter is flying by. There's less than 4.5 minutes to play. Each team's just had the football one time.
They've got an extra offensive lineman in the game. They line up in an offset I on 4th down and 1. Flaco hands it off, and it's going to be a 1st down run. Raheem Sanders lined up like a fullback, even though he's really a tailback. They had a couple of tailbacks in the game. He was the one closer to the QB, took the handoff and picked up the 1st down.
And the keys to the game, talked about 3rd down being a big key. 4th down as well. 4th down in a division rivalry game, a lot of times teams are going to decide to go for the gusto. They're going to try to go for it on 4th down because a lot of times you have limited number of possessions. That time Cleveland converted.
7-0 Cincinnati, about 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Flaco fakes a handoff, wants to fire. It's batted up in the air by Jamar Stewart, and the pass ball's incomplete. There's a penalty flag down as well.
Did Cleveland line up too far off the football, or did the Bengals line up offside?
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 42. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Lap, I have made the statement leading up to this season that I believe as a rookie, Jamar Stewart will finish in the top 5 in the NFL in deflected passes. He had one there, but statistically it's not going to count because of the penalty.
Yeah, he's long arms, and he has a knack for getting his hand up at the opportune time in the passing lane.
Wingspan is 7 feet. Plus he's explosive, so he gets close to the quarterback even if he doesn't get all the way there. Flaco with a rollout to the right. He throws, it is juggled, and it is caught at the 35-yard line, a gain of 6. Cedric Tillman hauled it in. And it'll be 2nd down and 4. Dax Hill, starting at slot corner, made the tackle.
A design rollout, get Flaco out of pocket. Now it condenses the football field. He's probably going to throw from the hash marks to the right sideline, which he did to Tillman. Tillman did juggle the ball, but the officials ruled he had possession before stepping out of bounds. But seeing Flaco move by design is interesting.
He's completed his first 3 passes. Sampson, the rookie running back, checks into the game. Flaco hands it to him. Sampson trying to bounce it left, and he goes down short of the 1st down. He picked up 1 yard. That's it. And it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Another 3rd down situation. Both teams are doing a pretty good job of getting to 3rd down and 4 or less. And like we talked about, that is a very convertible situation for the offense. It's a lot of stress on the defense because can run the ball, can play action pass the football. Difficult.
Josh Newton checks in as an extra defensive back. Big 3rd down and 3 play coming up at the Cincinnati 34 with the Bengals up 7-0. Flaco drops back, short drop, quick throw, incomplete. Cam Taylor-Britt in coverage, and there's a penalty flag down.
They're going to call him for being too handsy.
Pass was intended for Jerry Jeudy.
Whether it's defense, holding,
Pass interference.
pass
Defense,
interference.
number 29. Ball will be placed at the start of the foul. Automatic first down.
It was defensive holding. It would have been a first down as well, because it was less than 3rd and 5. But Cam Taylor-Britt grabbed up around the shoulder pads with the left hand, and then the right hand he grabbed the other shoulder pad. He got his money's worth. Wasn't a cheapie. He earned every bit of that penalty.
So 2 penalties in the secondary on this opening drive, and the Browns have a first down at the Cincinnati 28. Ford's in the backfield. He motions out to the left. Flaco throws to the right. It is caught by David Njoku. There's a penalty flag down. Njoku tackled at the Cincinnati 24.
We'll see if the Cleveland Browns right tackle wasn't up on the line of scrimmage far enough.
It's on Cleveland.
That's a pass interference. OPI on the Browns.
Pass interference. Offense, number 44. 10-yard penalty remains first down.
Now, what probably happened there is Fannin rubbed the linebacker or safety off of the intended target, and that's OPI, offensive pass interference, and back it goes. Or if Fannin, it was called on 44, he might have pushed off during the course of his route. Once he hit the high point of his route, he pushed off, run a little comeback, and got caught.
I mentioned that Fannin set a college football record for catches by a tight end last year. The guy whose record he broke is the Bengals tight ends coach, James Casey, who had more than 100 at Rice. 1st and long after that penalty. Here's a short pass. Fannin catches it, and he'll be brought down by Fairchild with Jordan Battle closing in. The tackle made at the 31, a 7-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down and 13.
Fannin is getting a lot of attention, particularly here in the last couple of plays as a tight end. I'll tell you, the Bengals have a tight end that I think is going to be a factor at some point in time during the course of this football game. Mike Gesicki has had a great training camp.
Dylan Sampson is the running back on 2nd down and 13 at the Cincinnati 31. Flaco catches the shotgun snap. His short pass is caught by Fannin. And once again, Dylan Fairchild is there as the Bengals make the tackle at the 28. Dax Hill hit him first, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for Cleveland.
One thing about Fannin and his stats, there's no yak, no yards after catch. Once he catches the football, the Bengals are peppering him with linebackers, safety-type people. I mean, they got him covered like a blanket, but he and Flaco have a nice chemistry. Flacco's putting the ball in good spots.
We'll see if Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart can put some heat on Joe Flacco. It is 3rd down and 9 at the Cincinnati 27-yard line. Flacco from the gun. Throws over the middle. It is incomplete, and another penalty flag is thrown. This time DJ Turner in coverage on Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, they're going to call DJ Turner for contact before the ball's arrival, and he pulled DJ Turner out of the path of the throw. So I think they're going to call pass interference there.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. All be placed at the start of the foul. Automatic first down.
So 3 penalties in the defensive backfield on the opening defensive stand of the season. 2 of them have come on 3rd downs.
Yeah, and
extending drives.
Al Golden's not going to like that, Dan. We both know what a stickler he is for discipline and focus. And man, when you have penalties on 3rd down that allow drives to continue and churn up, eat up more yards, man, that's something that you can't have that kind of self-destruction.
This could be the final play of the quarter. 16 seconds to go. They're going to snap it directly to running back Dylan Sampson. Make that Harold Fannin the tight end. And he'll be pulled down by Jordan Battle and others after running to the 21-yard line for a gain of 2. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. The Bengals had the ball once, drove 68 yards for a touchdown, and the Browns are looking to answer. They started at their own 32. They'll have it at the Bengals 21 when the second quarter gets underway. Helped immeasurably by penalties committed by the Bengals on defense. At the end of a quarter, it's Cincinnati 7, Cleveland nothing on the Bengals Radio Network.
Giovanni's 20th Street is the place to be before, during, and after the game. 14 great beers on tap, plus classic Giovanni's pizzas, pastas, calzones, sandwiches, and wings. Never miss a minute of the action on 10 TVs now at Giovanni's 20th Street. And Giovanni's 20th Street has never looked or tasted better. Under new ownership and management. Dine in, get it to go, or have it delivered. Order online at Giovanni'sPizzaPower.com. 20th Street Giovanni's, right on Marshall's campus, across from Edwards Stadium.
I'm Nori, and when I was young, my mom opened our home to someone who needed a secure and safe place. She taught him what it was like to have someone care about you, having dinner at home or going out to eat together.
In West Virginia, families open their homes every year to adult family care.
Some folks need a little extra help, but everybody deserves a family.
Call the Department of Human Services and ask to speak to an adult family care home finder at 304-269-6820. Sponsored by the West Virginia Department of Human Services, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station. This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, of the United States U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1,227,345, with 100% funded by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
This is Dickie Martin, the voice of the Ashland Tomcats. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Tune in to Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 for live coverage of every Tomcat game all season long. Your home for Ashland Tomcat football.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340.
Cincinnati 7, Cleveland nothing at the end of the first quarter on opening day here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Here's a quick reminder to watch your Bengals this season on the NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus.
Well, you talked about the penalties, Dan, as we went to break for the end of the quarter. Bengals 4 penalties, 19 yards. That's not a crusher in terms of yards, but 2 of the 4 penalties were on third down. You have the drive ended if you don't commit the penalty.
Cleveland's ball, 2nd down and 8 at the Bengals 21. First drive of the year for Joe Flaco and the Browns. Flaco to throw, looking left, now screens it out to the right, caught by Sampson. Penalty flags all over the place. He ran through an attempted tackle by Oren Burks and makes it all the way down to the 8. Let's see if it's coming back.
Yeah, let's see. Trey Henderson was looking at the official like, you're going to let him do that to me? You're going to let him grab me like that?
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
I guess so.
Defense, number 91. That penalty will be first pass distance to the goal, so they're going to run automatic first down.
Trey Henderson was looking at the official because he was in disbelief that you're going to call that roughing the passer? I think he got his hand up in the face mask, though. If you do that, if you get a hand up in the grill, they're going to call it every time, and he did. He grabbed Joe Flacco's face mask and jacked his head backwards.
First and goal from the 4 after another penalty on Cincinnati on this opening drive for Cleveland.
Be timely to get that first takeaway of the game.
Talk it into existence, my man.
There we go.
Flaco under center on first and goal from the 4. Now he stands up and yells, can. He's changing the play. Tillman moves closer to the left tackle. It's a run up the middle for Jerome Ford. Logan Wilson went after his feet and didn't make the tackle, but he slowed him down, and the Bengals make the stop at the 3.
And here we are in the red zone, in the low red zone. Very, very key, very significant, big deal in this football game. Will the Bengals' red zone defense be able to step up?
Second and goal from the 3. Flaco in the gun. Jerome Ford to his right. Flaco hands it off. Ford knifes into the middle of the Bengals defense. We've got a pile, and the pile goes down short of the goal line. There were about 10 players involved, maybe more, and the Bengals managed to get Ford to the ground around the 1.
Well, that looked like a rugby scrum. I mean, they were just pushing and pulling, twisting and turning, but short of the goal line. So this is low red zone, as low as you can go to the 1 yard line, and it's third down. We got 2 keys in one play. Will the Bengals defense be able to rise up, or will the Cleveland Browns finish?
A defensive lineman is checked in as a fullback. Rocket Sanders is the tailback. They give it to Sanders.
No.
And he stops short.
Yeah.
Logan Wilson and B.J. Hill were there. Sanders tackled at the 1. It's 4th and goal.
Nice job by Logan Wilson coming downhill. B.J. Hill held his ground at the line of scrimmage. Actually got a knockback. Knocked the Cleveland Browns back up front, offensive lineman backwards up front. Logan Wilson downhill. Those two combined for a great play.
A 6th offensive lineman, Tevin Jenkins, checks into the game. The Browns are going to go for it on 4th down and goal from the 1. Flaco hands it off. Rockets Sanders into the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown, but there's a penalty flag at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and let's see, it's called from the other side of the formation. The play was run to the right. Was a Cleveland Brown offensive lineman? Were they offside? Did they line up offside? Let's see. They're talking it over. They're having a summit meeting down there between the side judge and the referee. Somebody's trying to talk somebody into it or out of it. And the fans don't like it. Their fans are restless here in Cleveland.
A Browns offensive lineman just put both hands on his helmet.
It is a touchdown. There is no foul on the play.
Well, that is a disappointing start for the Bengals defense as the Browns go 16 plays to score a touchdown, take nearly 10 minutes off the clock, and get a bunch of help from Cincinnati penalties.
Yeah, so talked about how big 3rd down was, talked about how big 4th down was. Bengals could not hold up on 4th down. Cleveland Browns punch it in from the 1-yard line on 4th down. Big play.
Andre Schmidt is the new kicker for the Cleveland Browns this year. He attended our alma mater, Syracuse University, kicked there forever, it seemed. Here comes his 33-yard point after, and his kick is good, tying the game at 7.
Got to clean up the penalties, Dan.
That's it.
Penalties are killing them.
We'll take a timeout. 12:42 remaining in the first half. Cincinnati and Cleveland tied at 7 on the Bengals Radio Network.
What's up, Pooh Day Nation? Look, we know you can't count on everyone agreeing on how many ways to serve their children, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. That's right. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all season long through the playoffs. And follow along as Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the boys aim to make this year Cincinnati's year. So visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And count on Sundays for another must-see season of Bengals football with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Who Day?
The New York Jets have jumped ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers 9-7. That game early in the second quarter. Our score here, 7 apiece, Cincinnati and Cleveland. Each team has had the ball once, and each team has come up with a long TD drive. For the Bengals, 12 plays, 68 yards. It took 7 minutes and 28 seconds. For Cleveland, 16 plays, 67 yards, 9 minutes, 50 seconds, and ultimately ending on a 1-yard touchdown run. This kickoff fielded by Charlie Jones, far sideline to the 30, gets hit low and goes flying forward like he was doing a forward dive, and that dive takes him to about the 39-yard line. Grant Delpit with the kick coverage tackle, but a good drive start for Cincinnati.
Defensively, the Bengals have to clean up penalties, and penalties on third down have been crushing. Third and fourth down, really. For the Bengals offensively, they have to do a better job of sustaining drives. They went on a multiple play drive, but holding their blocks, sustaining blocks, finishing drives, finishing blocks. I guess the best word is finish. That's the key. In the first quarter, the Bengals, if they had finished a little bit better, might be a different score.
A 29-yard return by Charlie Jones gives the Bengals the ball at their own 39-yard line. It is 1st and 10, and Joe Burrow calls a timeout.
Cleveland lined up in something that he didn't like configuration-wise or personnel-driven. Calls the timeout.
And we'll take one as well. 12:36 remaining in the second quarter. 7-all the score on the Bengals Radio Network.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork. They develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your manager should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at Paycor.com.
A Fifth Third better means we always put in 166.7% more effort.
Stats, huh? So you can play that game. In 2022, the Bengals broke their attendance record with over 67,000 fans.
Fifth Third gives you no hidden fees and free checking.
The Bengals won the game with the coldest wind chill ever, negative 59 degrees.
Fifth Third makes banking easy from the moment you sign up.
The Bengals are easy to cheer for.
Hooray! This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. Visit 53.com/momentum for more information, including product restrictions and details.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's North End Zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
It's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And jerk-faced Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
7-7 the score, early second quarter in Cleveland. It's the Bengals ball, 1st and 10 at their own 39 after Joe Burrow called a timeout. Joe in the shotgun. Chase Brown, who had 8 touches on the Bengals' first drive of the year, lines up to his right. Now Noah Fant goes in motion. He'll line up as a wing to the left, right next to another tight end, Drew Sample. Burrow clearly changing the play. Now he claps his hands, catches the ball, hands it off to Chase Brown. He's wrapped up and tackled for a gain of about a half a yard.
Boy, a lot of strategy was going on there. You had Sample coming off the football field, Yosivas coming on, the Cleveland Browns making a personnel change at defensive back to counter that. Again, on this snap, Sample coming off, the Yosivas going on, and the Cleveland Browns make a switch back at defensive back to the way it was before the initial switch by the Bengals.
3 receivers out to the right. Chase, Yosivas, and Higgins. Now T goes in motion to the left, where he joins Mike Gesicki. Burrow to throw. Screens it short. Caught by Chase Brown. Sizes up a defender. Runs toward the sideline. Goes out of bounds near the 40. There's a penalty flag in the offensive backfield.
Yeah.
And an injured player down for Cincinnati. Is that the right guard, Lucas Patrick?
It looks like him. The way he's got those legs, the high socks, and the way he's got those socks taped up.
On the Bengals' opening touchdown drive, he was limping a bit coming off the field after that drive. Dalton Reisner, who just joined the team about a week ago, is checking into the game.
Yeah, earlier in camp, he missed a little bit of time with an ankle problem, Lucas Patrick did.
Illegal shift, offense. That penalty is declined, third down. Timeout.
11:50 left in the second quarter. We're going to take a timeout. The Bengals are looking at 3rd down and 9 when we come back. The score is tied at 7. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Bengal fans, Bengals Luxury Suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today.
Our first students arrived in 1824, but let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is first in Ohio and 12th nationally for a 4-year graduation rate. Plus, 99% of our grads are employed or furthering their education within 6 months of graduation. Simply put, Miami students graduate and make more money sooner. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
There are lots of ways to make Skyline part of your game plan. You can pregame with friends in 5 ways at your favorite Skyline, or carry out conies to crush during the game. And Skyline is the only place for post-game Cholitos and chili cheese fries. Football, basketball, baseball, or soccer. High school, college, or pro. Doesn't matter. Game time is always a good time for Skyline. So get your game face on and get your Skyline game plan together. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
This is Tanya Wilmus from Delta Dental of Ohio. Our mission is to improve oral health through our benefit plans, advocacy, and community support. Our dedicated network of dentists makes this mission possible. Together, we're building healthy, smart, vibrant communities, one smile at a time.
7-7 the score, 11:50 left in the half. Lucas Patrick has gone into the blue medical tent, and the recently signed Dalton Reisner into the game at right guard. He's only practiced a handful of times, missed nearly all of training camp while he was unsigned, so this will be interesting. Samaje Perine is checked in at running back. He is a great pass protector. Myles Garrett lining up very wide outside of Amarius Mims, about as wide as you can be. 3rd down and 9 for the Bengals at their own 40. Burrow from the gun. He fires, and it is caught by Mike Gesicki for a first down at the Cleveland 45-yard line. And I want to tell you, Amarius Mims did a tremendous job of stonewalling Myles Garrett.
He did. I think, Dan, that raising a point, I think that the Bengals did a tremendous job on both of the Cleveland Browns defensive ends. Myles Garrett obviously is highly acclaimed. They've stymied him pretty well. And also his running mate, Alex Wright.
14 yards on that 3rd down and 9 throw to Mike Gesicki. Burrow pump fakes. Now he has to scramble. Throws to Perine just before Joe got hit. It's a catch, and the tackle's made at the 44-yard line. So a 1-yard gain on the play. Devin Bush made the tackle. Burrow got hit in the upper thighs and went down, but managed to flip the ball to his left for a completion.
On 3rd down, on the 3rd and a long 8, a short 9 or a long 8, the Bengals had been 3rd and 1, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 4, and the pass protection held up on that 3rd and 8.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow drops straight back. He's going to fling it deep downfield for Chase, and it's incomplete. Good coverage on that play by the great Denzel Ward, the 4-time Pro Bowl cornerback. And the Bengals are looking at 3rd down and 9 for the second time on this drive.
And Denzel Ward was stout in coverage right there. The ball would have not completed. The ball never landed on the field of play. The ball landed on the 5-yard buffer, white stripe area outside the out-of-bounds line. So that one really never had a chance.
Well, on the last 3rd and 9, Myles Garrett lined up against Demarius Mims. Now he'll take his shot against Orlando Brown Jr. as he lines up on the opposite side. Burrow catches a shotgun snap. Here comes Garrett. Burrow tackled by Garrett. He runs forward, so it won't be a sack, but he only picked up a couple of yards. And the Bengals are looking at 4th and long, and they'll punt it away.
Yeah, and he lined up wide on Orlando Brown and just speed rushed up the football field. Orlando Brown tried to push him past the quarterback. Joe Burrow felt that pressure on his blind side, tried to climb the pocket, looking down the football field to try to deliver it, but Myles Garrett caught up to him before he could deliver the ball.
So it's the first punt of the season for either team. Rico will try to pin the Browns inside their 10. DeAndre Carter waiting at the 9. Will Wagner snaps it back, nose of the ball down, high end-over-end punt, and it flies into the end zone. Ryan Rico kicked it about 8 yards too far.
Yeah.
The Browns will have it at the 20 when we come back, a 42-yard punt with no return, but only 22 net yards. 9:29 remaining in the half. Cincinnati and Cleveland are tied at 7, and this is the Bengals Radio Network.
Plug in to powerful savings on rough electrical products at Menards. Wire is American-owned and a leading manufacturer of building wire for residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Save time with Menards' convenient pre-cut lengths of wire and cable in stock and ready to take home today. Hurry into Menards and save big on Wire products. Plus, you can visit Menards.com and check out all of our other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Ladies, prioritizing your health starts with Marshall OBGYN. From screening exams to disease prevention to management of reproductive problems, our team offers a complete range of services for women of all ages. Thinking about growing your family? Marshall OBGYN's physicians are experienced in providing you the support you need for normal or high-risk pregnancies in a friendly, family-oriented environment. Learn more at marshallhealth.org/OBGYN.
Here's another Kinder Communications Community Chatter. The Cabo Heineken Health Department providing monthly after-hours vaccine clinics for all of 2025. The clinics are being offered on the first Monday of each month between 3 and 6 p.m. at the department at 703 7th Avenue. No appointment is necessary.
This Kinder Communications Community Chatter brought to you by Black Sheep Harley-Davidson, 4th Avenue and 4th Street, downtown Huntington. Online at blacksheephd.com.
Your home for the Bengals.
Never quit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Never quit.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
Fifth Third Better means your hometown bank partnering with your hometown team, the Cincinnati Bengals. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals.
The injury for Lucas Patrick is a right calf injury. He battled calf problems during training camp, and he has gone into the locker room after spending a little bit of time in the Blue Medical tent.
Yeah, they can linger. Calf injuries are problematic. I mean, there's a lot of muscles, different sized muscles in that calf area, and man, just when you think you have it licked, it yanks on you again.
1st and 10, Cleveland at the 20. 7-7 is the score. Flaco hands it off. It's a wide run to the right, and the Bengals will make the stop on Sampson. He picked up a couple. Wilson was there for Cincinnati, and Jordan Battle as well.
Boy, Demetrius Knight has had a very strong start to the first game of his NFL career. 5 solo tackles, 2 assists. 7 tackles already, and there are 9 minutes to play in the second quarter.
That was on the opening drive. When Cleveland had it for 16 plays.
Yeah. 2nd
down and 8. Flaco moves under center. Fannin motions from right to left. Flaco with a play action fake and a deep drop. Pump fakes and gets rid of the ball as he's being taken to the ground by T.J. Slayton. It will be an incomplete pass. Good interior push by the free agent signed from the Green Bay Packers, T.J. Slayton.
Boy, it sure was. And he hit Flaco right in his midsection. I mean, he just penetrated the pocket right up the gut and hits Flaco, wraps him up, takes him backwards. Flaco, his arm was going forward, so it was a forward pass. It's not any fumble. It's not close to a fumble, but boy, showed some strength in that interior pass rush.
So we'll see if the Bengals can get a stop on 3rd down and 8 and not commit a penalty. Flaco drops straight back to throw. Short pass batted, and it falls incomplete.
0 for 3 now on 3rd down are the Cleveland Browns.
Pass was intended for Njoku. My question is, was it Jamar Stewart with his first batted pass that will count in the NFL?
I think it is. And he did. He got the left hand up and left hand up and right hand up and did a nice job. He got in the passing lane. Let's put it that way.
It was him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got it. It was a matter of which hand got it.
I'm telling you, he's going to have double-digit tip passes this year. He might lead the NFL. Forget about the top 5.
He could.
Bojorquez into punt. Left-footed punt is a long launched punt. Jones over the shoulder catch at the 23. He's got room to run it back. He's at the 40 and gets tripped up at the 45. If the Browns did not get him there, Donovan McMillan tripping him up, Charlie Jones might have had another 20 yards or so coming.
Yeah, that had no hang time. I mean, that was a low line drive punt, and Charlie Jones was in the Cleveland Browns punt coverage faces of the punt coverage team very, very quickly. That was a very sure open field tackle, though.
Bengals will have it at their own 46 when we come back. It was a 55-yard punt, but a 23-yard return. 8:31 left in the second quarter. 7-all the score on the Bengals Radio Network.
I'm with Chris from Christopher's Eats, and Chris, you guys just made life a lot easier.
That's right. We now have online ordering and delivery.
So I can get your famous seared tuna, flatbreads, or burgers delivered right to my house, or I can pick it up on my way home from work?
You bet. Just order online at Christopher'sEats.com or Facebook, and we'll take care of the rest for you.
Man, that's dangerous. I might never cook again. Locally owned, made from scratch food, now just a click away at Christopher'sEats.com on Facebook or Route 60 Huntington.
I pick up litter at the neighborhood park.
I volunteer at my local food bank.
I help build homes in my community.
No matter where you are in West Virginia, there's always a chance to be kind. That's because every mountaineer is a volunteer. Help us make a difference during the National Day of Service on September 11th. Visit volunteer.wv.gov to find an opportunity near you. Brought to you by Volunteer West Virginia, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station.
BOGO Wing Blitz!
What are you doing?
I'm practicing my order for the Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe. BOGO Wing Blitz!
And what is a BOGO Wing Blitz?
It's the best play in college football, baby!
The Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe College Game Day BOGO Wing Blitz. Every college football Saturday game day, buy one jumbo traditional wing and get one free. Plus, quench your thirst like a champion with domestic draft pints, just $2.50.
BOGO Wing Blitz! Say hi!
At the Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe on the corner of Fun and 3rd Avenue, downtown Huntington.
Touchdown! Bengals!
Hi, this is Matt Jones. You're listening to Ashland's home for Kentucky Sports Radio. Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 Kentucky Sports Station.
Cincinnati 7, Cleveland 7, 8:31 left in the second quarter. Bengals ball 1st and 10 at their own 46. The Bengals have had a change on the offensive line. Dalton Reisner in for Lucas Patrick, who suffered a calf injury. Now the Browns right tackle, Jack Conklin, considered questionable for the rest of the game. Burrow catches a shotgun snap, does a 360-degree pivot before handing it off, and Chase Brown runs to the 49 for a gain of 3.
That was interesting. The offensive line just blocked a dive play, simple dive between the center and right guard, but the action in the backfield was quite interesting, as you described, Dan. Tiger Johnson would call what happened there a Pyrudy, a pirouette.
2nd down and 7. Cincinnati at its own 49. Clock running with 7:58 left in the half. This is the third drive of the season for the Bengals. Burrow to throw. He fires a pass over the middle, caught by Jamar Chase, accelerating toward the Cleveland 30 and tackled at the 31 by Mahmoud Diabate, a Cleveland linebacker. That's the second catch of the game for Jamar Chase, and this one goes for 20.
And Jamar Chase was not upset, but he was like, oh man, disappointed that he didn't bust it because he had a little open space and he started to accelerate, and Diabate got him just before he started to shift from second to third gear. It would have been see you later.
Jamar Chase with 127 catches a year ago, 15 more than the Bengals' previous team record. On 1st and 10, draw play handoff. Chase makes a man miss in the backfield. That's Chase Brown, to be clear, not Jamar Chase. And Chase Brown runs to the 25-yard line for a gain of 6. Devin Bush and rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger combined to make the stop.
Nice little subtle jump cut by Chase Brown. I mean, he had a Cleveland Brown that was, fortunately for the Bengals, he was on the ground. He penetrated but went to the ground, and Chase Brown, little jump cut off of him, got to the second level.
2nd and 4 at the 25 of Cleveland. The Bengals started this drive at their own 46. Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown running right, not much there. And he's brought down at the 23. Managed to gain 2. Isaiah McGuire made the tackle, and it's a 3rd down and 2 coming up.
About 6 minutes to play in the first half. The Bengals, as they're on the cusp of the red zone, would like to do 2 things. Punch it in, take advantage of opportunity in the red zone or low red zone if it ends up being that way, and melt the clock. Take as much time off the clock as possible to give Cleveland a little chance to come back.
Bengals go with an empty backfield. They snap it quickly. Burrow in trouble. Gets out of a possible sack. There's a flag in the secondary. Burrow throws, caught by Pirine, runs to the 18 for a first down. That feels like holding or pass interference in the secondary on Cleveland.
Right. In Cleveland, members of the secondary are pointing at the Cincinnati Bengals, but I think that's going to be all for naught. 1st and 10 Bengals. They're now 5 for 6 on 3rd down.
Lap, I don't think that was actually a penalty flag. I think something else yellow was thrown onto the field. An official just picked it up and threw it to the sideline. So the pass to Pirine goes for the first down, and the Bengals have it in the Miami University red zone. 1st and 10 from the 18. Burrow looking left, throws, incomplete for Chase, but he was blatantly interfered with by Greg Newsome around the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you, the play before, the snap before, I don't know how the officials missed this. Joe Burrow he had his face mask grabbed.
Pass interference, defense, number 0. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Jamar Chase is so big and strong, had no chance. Greg Newsome had no chance on that.
Greg Newsome is pointing up at the scoreboard like watch the video. I mean, we just saw a replay. Could not have been more obvious.
Yeah, well, watch it yourself.
Exactly.
Watch it yourself, Greg. I mean, Collins, though, grabbed Joe Burrow's face mask.
And found the foul at the 3-yard line.
And pulled it. Pulled his face mask, turned his head. No call. I mean, you got to protect a player of the caliber of Joe Burrow better than that.
1st and goal from the 3 as the Bengals try to reclaim the lead here in the second quarter. Karras snaps it back to Burrow. Joe floats one into the end zone for Gesicki. Incomplete. Tried to make a one-handed, left-handed catch in the back right corner. Safety Ronnie Hickman had decent coverage.
Yeah, that was just a little bit too much juice on that football. Gesicki could not quite get there, but there was nowhere to put it. I mean, the coverage was outstanding. So, he trying to feather it, layer it in there, could not quite get it done to Gesicki.
The Bengals scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by Chase Brown on their opening drive. Now it is 2nd and goal from the 3. 7-7 the score. Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown goes low. He's close. Here come the officials. And it's spotted just short. Inches away where it'll be 3rd down and goal.
Big 3rd down here. The Bengals are now 5 for 6 on 3rd down. This 3rd down, the most important one of the football game. because it can give the Bengals a lead again.
Lap 2 extra offensive linemen are coming into the game. The Bengals will have 7 offensive linemen on the field.
Boy, that field is sinking now. It's not tilting, it's sinking.
Cody Ford lines up like a fullback at about 350 pounds. 3rd down and goal inside the 1. Burrow wants to throw. His pass caught by a wide open Noah Fant, who throws the ball high into the air in celebration as the Bengals score their 2nd touchdown.
The Bengals had about 2,000 pounds of weight up in the offensive line with all those guys that were in there, offensive and defensive linemen. And what do? Play action fake. And then slip. Noah Fant blocks, releases, slips out into the back of the end zone all by his lonesome. The Cleveland Browns lose track of him. Easiest touchdown toss Joe Burrow's had in a while. It was wide open.
So the Bengals are back in front with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half. Here's Money Mac to attempt the extra point. Rookie Will Wagner will snap it back to second-year punter Ryan Rico. The right-footed kick is on its way, and the Bengals lead by 7 for the 2nd time on opening day. They go 54 yards on 8 plays to score. The drive ends on a 1-yard touchdown pass from Burrow to Noah Fant. We'll take a timeout. 4:18 left in the half. 14-7 Cincinnati on the Bengals Radio Network.
Get to Miami Valley Gaming on Saturday, August 30th for a chance to win a Mercedes or $45,000.
Must be 21. Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-589-9966 or visit org.ohio.gov. Ready to take a break? Visit timeoutohio.com.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
Looking for the best internet service? Alta Fiber is the top-rated internet provider in Cincinnati, according to Ookla's speed test results. With speeds up to 3 gig and 99.99% network reliability, Alta Fiber is the easy choice. Don't settle for anything less than the best. For a limited time, get $50 off your first month when you bundle fiber internet and Fioptics Plus TV service for just $30 a month each. Sign up today at altafiber.com.
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
The quarterback drops back, throws, touchdown Bengals! And Garage Beer runs onto the field with a lawn chair.
Yeah, Garage Beer is an official beer of the Bengals. Part of the contract.
Fair enough. Beer-flavored beer.
Joe Burrow with his first touchdown pass of the season, number 141 of his still relatively young NFL career. And the Bengals have taken a 14-7 lead with 4:18 left in the half here in Cleveland.
I bet not many people had the first touchdown pass for 2025 for Joe Burrow going to Noah Fant. I mean, of all the options, all the targets and potential players that Joe Burrow could have thrown to, I bet Noah Fant was way down the list, if on the list for anybody.
Joe Burrow is playing in his 70th regular season game. Only 2 quarterbacks in history have more touchdown passes in their first 69. Patrick Mahomes and Dan Marino. That's it. This kickoff fielded at the 2 by DeAndre Carter, looking for a lane in the middle of the field, and he gets popped hard. B.J. Jules running down there, and the tackle's made at the 22-yard line. Taj Brooks also in kick coverage for Cincinnati.
Man, I'll tell you what, Evan McPherson was fired up. He had great hang time on that kickoff, and guys get down there, get off blocks, separated from blocks, and made a great tackle, a very, very short tackle, and Evan McPherson loved it.
Cleveland's last possession was a 3-and-out. Let's see if the Bengals defense can do it again. Sampson, the running back, on 1st and 10 from the 22. Flaco fakes a handoff, standing tall in the pocket. His pass incomplete. Logan Wilson might have got a hand on it. Pass was thrown for Tillman, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Logan Wilson got a nice drop. He dropped pretty deep in his little zone coverage area of responsibility. Did he get, I think he dove, did he get the hand on the football? He might have gotten that left hand on the ball and just tipped it enough and changed, it's changed direction on the receiver.
Jerome Ford in at running back. The Browns have changed their right tackle. Cornelius Lucas in the game. Flaco with a short pass over the middle. Somehow it goes between two Bengals into the hands of David Njoku. And the guy known as the Chief here in Cleveland makes it up to the 39 for a 1st down.
That's unbelievable. How did he thread that ball between those two defenders into Njoku's hands? I mean, that was just an amazing display of timing and accuracy right there. And not only was Logan Wilson in the area, but Demetrius Knight was crossing underneath as well.
17 yards on the play on 1st and 10 from the 39. It's a handoff and a loss on the play. Sampson got the ball, and the rookie got tackled for a 1-yard loss as a Bengal came flying in from the edge on the right side of the defense.
Yeah, the defensive line just attacked. I mean, they flew up the football field. Everybody sold out and won their gap control responsibility. Big play right there.
So 2nd down and 11. Dax Hill gets credit for the tackle for loss. Flaco under center. Loves the play action fake and the deep drop. And that's exactly what we have. Flacco's going to fire up the seam and a diving catch for a 1st down made by Jerry Jeudy at the Bengals' 43-yard line.
Jerry Jeudy had a phenomenal season last year for the Cleveland Browns, and Joe Flacco is going to try to find him as often as he possibly can. The Bengals playing zone coverage. He just settles in between corner, safety, and linebacker. Finds a hole in the zone, and Joe Flacco puts it on him.
19 yards on the catch and throw. Second play of more than 15 yards on this drive. A 17-yarder and a 19-yarder. Flacco in the gun. He has the ball. His pass broken up by Demetrius Knight.
Nice.
He got his right hand around Njoku and slapped the ball away.
And he looks at the referee, and he had signaled incomplete as he kind of rolled to the ground, spun to the ground. He got up signaling incomplete, and he was right by the Cleveland Browns bench, and the official agreed. It was incomplete. He made a great effort on that football. He went right through Njoku's right arm and got his hand on that football.
Might have got a little arm first.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns fan base not happy about it.
2nd down and 10 for Cleveland. Flaco in the gun. He has the ball. Short pass, caught out to the right by Sampson. Looks to cut it back. And Fairchild and Cam Taylor-Britt combined to make the stop about 2 yards short of a Cleveland 1st down.
3rd and makeable situation. 3rd down. And the Cleveland Browns, they haven't converted yet. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Will this be their first 3rd down conversion?
We have a 2-minute warning timeout. 1:57 on the clock. It'll be 3rd down and 2, maybe 3rd and a long one for Cleveland when we come back. Cincinnati 14, Cleveland 7, our score on the Bengals Radio Network.
Want the inside scoop on your Cincinnati Bengals? Get exclusive access to the Bengals Booth podcast, hosted by Dan Horde, the voice of the Bengals. Every week we bring you the latest news, expert analysis, and game recaps you won't hear anywhere else. Hear from Bengals players, coaches, and special guests as we break down every play and key moment of the season. Whether it's post-game breakdowns or insider info, Bengals Booth keeps you in the loop. Don't miss a single episode. Listen to Bengals Booth podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets puts you at the heart of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's the 50-yard line, courtside, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit SITickets.com or download the app today. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
It's summer bird season, which means bird bombs, an endless shower of bird bombs, turning your car's finish into a pasty, icky mess. Keep your ride clear of bird bombs with an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Wash as often as you want at any of our 40 locations. So, this summer, fight bird bombs with an unlimited plan from Mike's Car Wash. Open daily, 7 to 9.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
1 minute, 57 seconds left in the first half. Cincinnati on top 14-7. Cleveland has it in Bengals territory at the 34, and it's 3rd down and 1. Flaco runs a quarterback sneak, and the 40-year-old pushes the pile forward for a Cleveland first down. He picked up a couple of yards. Geno Stone on the stop.
Well, Joe Flaco converts. 3rd and 3, Ford went for 2, didn't get there. 3rd and 3, defensive pass interference. 3rd and 9, defensive pass interference. 3rd and 1, no gain. 3rd and 8, Flaco incompletion. 3rd and 1, Flaco sneaks for 1.
Flaco starting against the Bengals for the 22nd time. He has 9 wins and 12 losses as a starter against Cincinnati. It's a draw play handoff. Sampson shows off his quickness as he scoots to the 29-yard line. T.J. Slayton making the tackle, and the clock will run. We're down to 1:05 to go here in the second quarter.
As the Cleveland Browns approach the red zone, they're 10 yards from the red zone. Will the Bengals defense be able to rise up? Keep them out of the red zone would be optimum. But if Cleveland does get into the red zone, can the Bengals hold them to a field goal opportunity only?
That was a 3-yard run. Now Joseph Osai checks in for Shamar Stewart. Flaco catches and retreats. Fires toward the near sideline. Tillman with the catch. Tackled inbounds by Dax Hill. Short of the first down. He's down at the 27, and Cleveland will call a timeout before a 3rd and 5 play with 33 seconds left in the half.
That's just a real good effort by Dax Hill. He played, his football geometry on that was spectacular. And he just, he played his coverage to a T, and then came downhill for that tackle, boy, and he put some thump in that thing.
He closes fast, doesn't he?
He does, man. He's a blur. He can really bring it.
Chris Jenkins will check in. T.J. Slayton will check out. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Browns at the Bengals 27. Cleveland obviously within the field goal range of their new kicker, Andre Schmidt, with the craziest spelling of Schmidt you will ever see. S-Z-M-Y-T. He needs to buy a vowel.
Exactly. Come on, Vanna. Dax Hill, 5 tackles, 4 solos, and an assist. Nice day.
Demetrius Knight has 8 tackles here in the first half. It's 3rd down and 5 at the Cincinnati 27. Ford in at running back. Flaco to throw. Ford picks up a blitzer. Flaco rolls right. He throws, and he chucks it out of bounds. Exceptional coverage on Jerry Jeudy, and the Browns will have to settle for a field goal try.
Demetrius Knight put a lot of pressure on Flaco as he rolled out of the pocket. The downhill blitzer was Logan Wilson. He made Flaco vacate the pocket. Flaco didn't really want to, but he had to. And then, of course, the timing was disjointed, never got back on track. Incomplete.
Andre Schmidt was the kicker at Syracuse for 5 straight years. He made 85 field goals. That is 6th most in college football history. This will be a 45-yard try for a kicker with the number 25. That's unusual. The kick is on its way. It has the distance, and it is good. So the Browns pull within 4 with 23 seconds left in the half. And Cleveland's going to get the ball to begin the third quarter with an opportunity to potentially take the lead.
Yeah, no doubt. Good red zone effort right there. Good effort on third down. Good effort in the red zone. Defensively, gave up yards, no question about it. Cleveland and Joe Flaco moved the football, but basically held them to a field goal, not a touchdown.
That was an 11-play, 51-yard scoring drive. It took 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Cincinnati leads 14-10 with 23 seconds remaining in the half. This might be the rare instance with the change in the kickoff rules with touchbacks coming out to the 35 where the Browns say, you know what, touchback's fine here. With 23 seconds left, we just don't want to give up a long kick return.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dan.
So we'll see if
probably kick it out of the end zone.
Boot it through the end zone.
Yeah, he can do it.
Nope, this is going to be returnable for Charlie Jones. Samaje Perine in front of him to block. Here comes Charlie, who had a kick return touchdown here in Cleveland a year ago. Not this time, as he's tackled at the 26-yard line with 18 seconds to go. Aiden Huntington with the stop. And I imagine the Bengals will take a knee with a 14-10 lead.
I would think so. I would think they'd break this huddle pretty darn quickly, get up to the line of scrimmage, take the knee, into the locker room they go.
Well, they're going to line up in the shotgun. It is not a victory-type formation. So they might try to move it far enough to get within the long field goal range of Money Mac. 18 seconds left. Burrow throws, short pass, caught. Running up the middle of the field is Fant. Tackled at the 34. Timeout Bengals. That took 6 seconds. We've got 12 left.
And, you know, it's a situation where it's, you still want to see what some guys can do. You know, Fant hasn't been with the football team all that long. You haven't had a 2-minute drill opportunity in a live game, in a regular season game. The Bengals are trying to take advantage of every snap possible. What if there is a defensive pass interference by the Cleveland Browns? What if they mess up the coverage? What if somebody falls down? Bunch of what ifs.
They need to gain about 25 yards to have a shot for a long field goal by Money Mac. 12 seconds left in the half. Burrow in the gun. He has the ball. Joe in the pocket, taking a lot of time. Now he is scrambling. He's got running room to the left, but he's running out of time, and now he'll be sacked. Tackled by Isaiah McGuire as the clock hits 0. And the Bengals will head to the locker room with a 14-10 halftime lead. Stay tuned for Wayne Box-Miller and the halftime report. 14-10 Cincinnati here in Cleveland on the Bengals Radio Network.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Our Kendrick Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
BrodyNash.com, Century 21's top realtor since 2015. Proudly serving West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. BrodyNash.com, real estate expertise you can trust. Hedgecock Studio Professional Photography, we capture what you imagine. And Best Deal Equipment, tractors, skid steers, excavators, dozers, and on-the-spot financing. Visit 5000 Ripley Road, Cottageville, West Virginia.
Here's another Kendrick Communications Community Chatter. The Cabell Heineken Health Department providing monthly after-hours vaccine clinics for all of 2025. The clinics are being offered on the first Monday of each month between 3 and 6 p.m. at the department at 703 7th Avenue. No appointment is necessary.
This Kendrick Communications Community Chatter brought to you by Black Sheep Harley-Davidson, 4th Avenue and 4th Street, downtown Huntington. Online at blacksheephd.com.
Your home for the Bengals.
Hey, let's go. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
Is the Bengals Radio Network.
Picked off!
Yeah.
The Bengals have it into the end zone, and the Bengals get a touchdown after all.
How about it?
The halftime report is brought to you by Alta Fiber. Alta Fiber, the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Kettering Health, best care for the best fans. Kettering Health, official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's Wayne Box Miller on the Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to the halftime report. The halftime score live from Huntington Field is 14-10 to Cincinnati Bengals over the Cleveland Browns, and the season is underway. Let's get to some highlights in the first quarter. Joe Burrow starts off the season with a connection to his newest tight end.
The Bengals line up in an I formation. They fake a handoff. Burrow throws. It is caught by Noah Fant. And the newcomer, in his Bengals debut, catches the ball and runs for 12 yards out to the 44-yard line. Free safety Ronnie Hickman made the tackle.
And just like the first preseason game, the first play, first drive equals the first score.
Second and a long yard. The ball is in between the 4 and the 5 of Cleveland. Burrow waits for a shotgun snap at the 10. Fant goes in motion. They hand it off to Chase Brown. He's running left. Yeah. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown! Nice. Chase Brown and the Bengals as Cincinnati begins the season with a 12-play touchdown drive that took half of the first quarter off the clock.
And the Browns get the ball back, twice going for it on fourth down. The second one ends up in the end zone.
The Browns are going to go for it on fourth down and goal from the 1. Flaco hands it off. Rocket Sanders into the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown.
And the Bengals answer that drive. It looks like a new combination in town. Burrow to Fant.
Lap 2 extra offensive linemen are coming into the game. The Bengals will have 7 offensive linemen on the field.
Boy, that field is sinking now. It's not tilting, it's sinking.
Cody Ford lines up like a fullback at about 350 pounds. Third down and goal inside the 1. Burrow wants to throw. His pass caught by a wide open Noah Fant, who throws the ball high into the air in celebration as the Bengals score their second touchdown.
And the Browns add a field goal. The halftime score 14-10. Back with scores from around the league on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
Want the inside scoop on your Cincinnati Bengals? Get exclusive access to the Bengals Booth podcast, hosted by Dan Horde, the voice of the Bengals. Every week we bring you the latest news, expert analysis, and game recaps you won't hear anywhere else. Hear from Bengals players, coaches, and special guests as we break down every play and key moment of the season. Whether it's post-game breakdowns or insider info, Bengals Booth keeps you in the loop. Don't miss a single episode. Listen to Bengals Booth podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork. They develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at Paycor.com.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Report. Let's take a quick look around the league. Going into halftime, the Buccaneers and Falcons tied at 10. Jaguars 10-3 over the Panthers. The Colts 20-0 over the Dolphins. The Raiders trail the Patriots 10-7. Cardinals 17-10 over the Saints. And the Steelers and the Jets are doing battle. The Jets 19-17. The Commanders 14-3 over the New York Giants. Let's go back to Huntington Field with Dan Hort and Dave Lapham.
So how about those Jets leading the Steelers at the half, 19-17? Be nice if the Bengals could get an opening day win in the division and see one of their AFC North rivals come up short in a game that many Steelers fans would expect them to win against the New York Jets. Time for the halftime injury report. It is brought to you by the Kettering Health Network. The best care for the best fans. Kettering Health is the official healthcare provider of the Bengals. The Bengals lost their right guard early in this game with a right calf injury. Lucas Patrick going out. Newcomer Dalton Reisner checking in. Patrick not expected to return. The Browns had their right tackle go down in the first half of this game. Jack Conklin and Cornelius Lucas has replaced him. Let's take a look at some first half stat leaders. Brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Bengals. Joe Burrow, 11 out of 14 in the first half. Not a big yardage total, 88 yards, but short, efficient passing by the Bengals quarterback. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and a passer rating of 116.7. Joe Flaco, 10 out of 15 for Cleveland. Similar passing yardage to Joe Burrow, 87 yards for Flaco, no touchdowns, no picks, and a passer rating of 81.8. Chase Brown had 12 carries for 43 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown in the first half. He averaged 3.6 yards per run. Nobody for the Cleveland Browns has double-digit yardage on the ground. The leader is Sampson with 9 yards. Cleveland carried 14 times for 24 yards. That's 1.7 yards per run. That would do for the Bengals run defense this year. Cincinnati's leading receiver in terms of catches, Noah Fant, 3 catches, 21 yards, including a short touchdown. Jamar Chase had 2 catches for 26 yards, including the longest one of the day so far for Cincinnati, 20-yard grab. Rookie tight end Harold Fannin leading Cleveland, 3 catches for 16 yards. The Bengals leading tackler Demetrius Knight, I apologize for calling him Dylan Fairchild in the first half on a couple of occasions, confusing my second and third round picks, but it was Demetrius Knight who had 8 tackles to lead Cincinnati. At the half, it's the Bengals 14 and the Browns 10. Cleveland will have the ball when we come back here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Lawrence County Developmental Disabilities provides vital services for individuals with special needs and their families, offering care and peace of mind every step of the way.
And it's just an amazing service that Lawrence County has. And we're lucky that we have it, and people struggle, and they need services like this.
Learn more about the difference Lawrence County Developmental Disabilities makes for our community at lawrencecountydd.org.
Earn more with 4 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 4%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by one of the 8 Poca Valley Bank locations today. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield, subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
We're with Sue's Junk, and we're talking about things that are hot right now.
Hen on a nest, and we've got them. They're in and out of here every day. We've got so many vendors that have uranium now, and we've got some new vendors that are bringing in furniture. So we've got a big variety, but it comes in every day and goes out every day.
Plus, you can get gift cards now at Sue's Junk. Sue's Junk, 459 Camden Road in Huntington, West Virginia. Phone 681-888-5427.
This is Dickie Martin, the voice of the Ashland Tomcats. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Tune in to Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 for live coverage of every Tomcat game all season long. Your home for Ashland Tomcat football.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340.
Our halftime score is 14-10. Cincinnati leading the Cleveland Browns here at Huntington Bank Field. And this broadcast is copyrighted by the Bengals for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited. We're in the broadcast booth in Cleveland with our great crew. Our producer, Dave Yiddy Armbruster. Our on-site engineer, Dave MacGyver Abbott. Our host, pregame, halftime, and postgame, Wayne Box Miller. Our studio engineer is Austin Elmore. Statistician, Paul Hummel. Spotter, Nate the Great Larisha. And our in-the-booth doctor, just in case lapse passion leads to palpitations, Dr. Michael Huffar. Bengals will kick it off here in the third quarter, and Cleveland will have the opportunity for the first time today to pull ahead.
It's interesting. One touchdown pass on the day, Joe Burrow. Neither team has fumbled the football. You know, it's been a pretty well-played game in that area. One turnover in a half total from both football teams. Red zone, the Bengals were 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Cleveland was 1 for 1. Third down, it's where kind of a little separation here. The Bengals went 6 for 7 on third down, 85.7%. Cleveland was 1 for 5, 20%. The Bengals defense, Al Golden has to be happy with what they did on third down and happy with what they did in the red zone as well, really. I mean, they only allowed them to get in there, you know, that one time. So overall, you know, it's sound, mistake-free football, but you got to pick it up a little bit. Going to have to, you know, there's no big plays. There's no big plays to speak of. There's not a run. The longest run is 8 yards for both football teams. The longest pass reception is 20 yards. There's only one of those for both football teams, so the big play has been absent.
McPherson kicks off and boots it in the direction of Carter. He'll catch it moving to his right at the 3. Up the far side, Numos to the 20, the 30, and tackled around the 32-yard line.
Bengals defense storms the field. B.J. Hill, Trey Henderson leading the troops out from the sideline. Let's see if the Bengals defense can get a 3-and-out, Dan.
Samaje Perine with the tackle and kick coverage. They spotted at the 31. So that's where the first drive of the second half will begin, with Cincinnati on top by 4 points. Rookie Dylan Sampson will be the running back. No Cleveland runner had double-digit yards in the first half. Sampson had 9. Flaco drops back 5 steps, swings it out into the flat, caught by Sampson, runs through an ankle tackle, then gets pulled down by Fairchild at the 38-yard line, a gain of 7. Check that, Demetrius Knight. For some reason, I've got my Dylan Fairchild down in 3 after that 7-yard pickup. Flaco moves under center. Dylan Sampson remains the running back. Long count, Flaco turns left, hands it to Sampson, and the Bengals bring him down after a 1-yard gain. B.J. Hill and T.J. Slayton clog the middle. Bengals giving up fewer than 2 yards per run so far. Make it no gain on the play. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 1.7 yards per carry. 24 yards on 14 rushes for the Cleveland Browns. The Bengals, a robust 3.3. They had 46 yards on 14 lugs.
Slayton out. Chris Jenkins in. A little more of a pass-rushing defensive tackle. Bengals anticipating that Flaco will put it in the air. 2 deep safeties for Cincinnati on 3rd down and 3. Flaco ready. Catches the shotgun snap. Wilson comes up the middle on a blitz. Flaco throws off his back foot. Caught on the run by Harold Fannin. And he is tackled at the 44-yard line of Cincinnati by Jordan Battle.
Cleveland was 1 for 5 before that snap on 3rd down. Make it 2 for 6. Big 3rd down conversion right there. First opportunity for a conversion in the second half. They get it done. Fannon's he's a good route runner. He's got some speed at the tight end position as well.
He was the MVP of the MAC last year as a tight end. That's unusual.
It really is.
First and 10 at the 44 of Cincinnati. Flacco with a play-action fake from the pocket. Short throw. Caught by Fannin. Breaks a tackle. And then the person whose tackle he broke, Dax Hill, recovered and brought him down after a gain of 7.
Back it comes. Going to be a hold against Cleveland. That's a painful one.
Holding offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Logan Wilson down on a knee, and the Bengals training staff has come out to take a look.
Can't afford to lose Logan Wilson. Come on, Logan. Jump up, man.
The replacement at right tackle, Cornelius Lucas, who came in for Jack Conklin, called for the penalty. Wilson's on his feet and appears to be moving okay. We are going to take a timeout. 12:44 remaining in the third quarter. Cincinnati up by 4, 14-10 on the Bengals Radio Network.
This time of year can be chaotic. Ashland Credit Union is here to help you keep up with new and used auto loan rates as low as 4.99% APR. Starting route. We'll help you find a vehicle that works as hard as you do. Visit our Ashland, Cannonsburg, or Russell locations, or visit online at ashlandcu.org. Arrived. Wait, did we mention rates as low as 4.99% APR? Okay, good. APR equals annual percentage rate. Not all will qualify for lowest rate. Call 800-245-8112 to learn more.
Sip in the summer with $3 margaritas at the Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe. Fresh lime margaritas at the Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe. Handcrafted to bring the taste of summer straight to your table. Upgrade to mango, blackberry, spicy, or dessert pair for just $1 more. You can enjoy a round or two without breaking the bank. Pair it with the cafe's Baja Chicken Street Tacos and make every moment a fiesta at the Marshall Hall of Fame Cafe today on the corner of Fun and 3rd Avenue, downtown Huntington.
Our Kendrick Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
Daily Tire. Stop in for a checkup. Call 740-446-8473 or visit dailytire.com. Ohio Valley Bank, dedicated to giving you the financial answers you deserve. Member FDIC. Mark Porter Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Jackson, Ohio. Home of the Car Ferry. Online at markporterautogroup.com.
Your home for the Bengals.
Never quit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Never quit.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
Logan Wilson has gone into the medical tent. He'll be replaced by rookie Barrett Carter. So the Bengals have 2 rookie linebackers in the game. 2nd-round pick Demetrius Knight and 4th-round pick Barrett Carter. By the way, the penalty before the timeout was actually on the left tackle, DeJuan Jones, and not the right tackle, Cornelius Lucas.
This is the second time the Cleveland Browns have been first down and 20 yards to go in the football game. That's not where you want to be, that's for sure.
An empty backfield for the Browns on 1st and 20. So Flaco is throwing here. He drops back, passes over the middle, caught on the run. Njoku tackled by Carter and Turner at the Cincinnati 43-yard line, an 11-yard gain on the play.
That'll do it. I mean, you know, 1st and 20. If you can pick up more than half of it on the first down snap, that's excellent. 2nd down and 9. Flacco back to throw again. Here comes Trey Hendrickson. The pass intended for Judy is incomplete. He was blanketed by DJ Turner, and it's 3rd down and 9. DJ Turner had a better position to make a play and catch the football than the intended receiver. I mean, that was just a good job there by Judy to make sure that he didn't make a play on the football, because Turner was right there to make it. Make it 3rd down and 8 for Cleveland at the Cincinnati 43. The ball's in between the 42 and the 43. They need to get to the 34 for a first down. 3 receivers and a cluster out to the right. Ford in the backfield with Joe Flacco. Flacco is set. Cincinnati sends 4. Flacco guns it over the middle, and the catch is made by Tillman for a first down at the Bengals 30-yard line. Cleveland was 2 for 6 on 3rd down before that snap. Make it 3 for 7. It's just a good route And boy, I'll tell you what, Joe Flacco put it on the money with some mustard on that ball and then took a shot. I mean, coverage was pretty darn good. Just a good play all the way around, and Cleveland moves the chains.
Geno Stone made the tackle, a 13-yard gain on 3rd down and 8. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 30. The Bengals up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter. The clock is running with 11:25 to go. The Browns line up in an I formation. The fullback is a tight end. They hand it off to Ford, and Joseph Osai gets into the backfield and makes the tackle for no gain.
That was just a great play by Joseph Osai. He penetrated, and then once he saw the play, he came right down the line of scrimmage. I mean, he beelined flat. He flattened himself out, flattened his angle, right down the line of scrimmage to make a tackle from behind. Dragged him to the ground. Nice effort.
2nd and 10 at the Cincinnati 30. Logan Wilson remains in the medical tent for the Bengals. Sampson checks in at running back. Lines up 7 yards behind the line. Flaco under center. The 40-year-old QB now stands up out of his crouch. And was a timeout called by Cleveland?
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
That's a bad one to take. A 2nd and long. Making it 3rd and like 15.
Well, 2nd and 10, so 2nd and 15 now.
Okay.
Jamar Stewart will check in. TJ Slayton comes to the sideline. 2nd and 15 at the Cincinnati 35. The Bengals leading 14-10 on opening day. Penalties are even at 5 apiece. It's an empty backfield for the Browns. Flaco, 2-throw, short pass, a low one, but a nice catch. And a nice pickup by Sampson. He plucked that ball off his shoe tops and gains about 14 on 2nd and 15. Dax Hill tackling him.
He did because, his right tackle, Cornelius Lucas, gave up a lot of ground, and he gave him a very, very short area to deliver the football and follow through.
Logan Wilson is walking toward the locker room. He's walking okay, but he's headed toward the locker room.
Not good.
3rd down and a long yard. Flacco in the gun. Sampson lined up a yard behind and to the quarterback's left. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Flacco to throw. Screens it to the right. Sampson's got the 1st down and more. And he will be spun around and tackled by Demetrius Knight. At the 16-yard line, the Browns have entered the red zone.
Thought that the big key in this football game would be who would handle their red zone opportunities better. Who would put the pressure on the other football team by scoring touchdowns in the red zone? Will the Bengals defense be able to rise up and not allow the Cleveland Browns to pick up another centimeter?
Mike Pennell and Jamar Stewart check in on the defensive line. 1st and 10 from the Cincinnati 16. Flaco stomps his right foot. He's under center. It's a long count. He has the ball. Fakes a handoff. Flaco forced to scramble, and he'll chuck it out of bounds. Fannin was in the end zone near the forward right pylon, but there were 2 defenders right there. B.J. Hill forcing Flaco out of the pocket.
Boy, interesting battle going on right now between Jamar Stewart and Cornelius Lucas at the right tackle position. Jamar Stewart beat him inside. Thought he was going to maybe get a sack on Joe Flacco, but man, good quick recovery to the inside by Cornelius Lucas. He has pretty quick feet.
2nd down and 10 in the red zone at the Cincinnati 16-yard line. The Bengals holding a 4-point 3rd quarter lead. Flaco screens it left. Sampson running to the 10. Taken down by, eventually taken out of bounds by Battle. Just trying to spin him around as opposed to hitting him low and bringing him down. It's going to be a gain of 7 on the play, setting up 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line.
Stewart won very quickly. Beat Cornelius Lucas again, but the ball was coming out quickly on the screen, so it really didn't matter. But Jamar Stewart is giving Cornelius Lucas fits over there.
Huge play here. Can the Bengals get a stop on 3rd and 3 and forced the Browns to settle for a field goal attempt.
Browns now 4 for 8 on third down. They're up to 50%.
Dylan Sampson is the running back. Flacco in the gun back at the 14. He pitches it right. Sampson's got a blocker in front. He's to the 5 and knocked out of bounds by Barrett Carter after picking up the first down. It's first and goal at the 5 for Cleveland.
First and goal in the lowest of low red zone, the 5-yard line. The Cleveland Browns are 4 for 4 on third down in this drive. I mean, that's very proficient to say the least. I mean, when you're 100% on a drive and you've had 4 opportunities, that's getting it done.
Owen Burks checks in at linebacker. The Bengals have 3 linebackers on the field on first and goal from the 5. Flaco looking to pass. His throw caught in the middle of the end zone by Cedric Tillman for a Cleveland go-ahead touchdown.
Joe Flacco gives the old fist pump after throwing that pass in the middle of the field, realizing that his receiver caught it for the touchdown. He raised his fist up over his head and yanked it down to his waistline. Big old fist pump. I mean, good route run by Cedric Tillman. Flacco had his eyes on him the whole way and delivered a strike.
Another long time-consuming drive for the Browns. It took 7 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock.
Man.
And ends with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Flacco to Tillman. The Bengals are trailing for the first time this season. Andre Schmidt's PAT is no good. He missed it wide right.
Wow.
Floated it high and to the right, and the first-year kicker missed it.
That could be big.
No doubt. It's a 2-point lead for Cleveland. We'll take a timeout with 7:20 left in the third quarter. The Browns up 16-14 on the Bengals Radio Network.
For 20 years, Elite Welding Academy has trained top pipe welders and helped build strong careers. They're now offering day and evening classes. You can finish in as little as 6 months. New classes start every 2 months. Don't wait to change your future. They're VA friendly and work with all WIOA offices in the tri-state. They offer financial aid to those who qualify, plus their job placement team helps get you hired. Call Jessica at 740-523-0021 or visit EliteWeldingAcademy.com. Elite Welding Academy, built for what's next.
My name is Kama McKinney, and I serve as the Executive Director of Chrysalis House. Far too many Kentuckians are struggling with addiction without knowing what resources are available to them. If you or a loved one are in need of a treatment center like Chrysalis House, you can call the KY Help call center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to find resources that are available near you. We are here, we care, and we want to help.
This is a message from Team Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
Here's another Kinder Communications community chatter. The Cabell Heineken Health Department providing monthly after-hours vaccine clinics for all of 2025. The clinics are being offered on the first Monday of each month between 3 and 6 p.m. at the department at 703 7th Avenue. No appointment is necessary.
This Kinder Communications community chatter brought to you by Black Sheep Harley-Davidson, 4th Avenue and 4th Street, downtown Huntington. Online at blacksheephd.com.
Touchdown! Bengals!
Hi, this is Matt Jones. You're listening to Ashland's home for Kentucky Sports Radio, Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340, Kentucky Sports Station.
We are roughly halfway through the third quarter, and for the first time this season, the Bengals are behind. They trail the Browns 16-14. We invite you to join us on Wednesday nights for the Bengals Game Plan Show presented by Bud Light. Visit Bengals.com/game plan for more information. We'll be at Bucketheads on the west side of town this Wednesday night from 6 to 8.
Big deal in that drive in the second half here. Third down. Bengals allow the Browns to go 4 for 4 on third down. Can't happen. Just can't do that. Got to get him off the football field. Had opportunities to end that drive.
This is a low line drive kick. It bounces at the 10, rolls into the end zone, and Charlie Jones takes a knee. So under those circumstances, when it bounces in the return zone and goes into the end zone before being downed, it does not come out to the 35. It comes out to the 20. So that was the ideal possible kick for Schmitz.
Couldn't have worked out any better. At first, the way it was angling, I thought it might kick out of bounds, but it hit the turf inside the 10-yard line and skirted straight into the end zone.
So this will be the Bengals' first possession of the third quarter after the Browns held the ball for 7 minutes and 40 seconds. From the 20-yard line, down by 2, Burrow is under center. Takes a handoff to Chase Brown. Inches forward, throws it sideways. Caught by Noah Fant. And the tight end gets to about the 24.5. Grant Delpit, Carson Schweschinger sandwiched him and made the tackle.
Carson Schweschinger, great find for the Cleveland Browns at the linebacker position as a rookie. I mean, he's made an imprint. He's put a stamp on the Cleveland Browns organization.
Second-round draft pick this year out of UCLA, where he was only a one-year starter and he was a former walk-on. 2nd down and 6. The Bengals at their own 24. Here in the third quarter, down by 2. Burrow says can. He changes the play, claps his hands, hands it off. Chase Brown crosses the 25 and makes it to the 27 for a gain of 3, the 5th pick in this year's draft. Mason Graham making the tackle.
The interior of the Cleveland Browns defensive front is holding up pretty well. Bengals are 6 for 7 on third down. This is one of the bigger conversions the Bengals have faced in the football game.
The Bengals got lined up quickly to prevent the Browns from changing their defensive personnel. Cincinnati looking at 3rd down and 2 officially. Shotgun snap. Burrow flings it high and deep down the left sideline. And it is incomplete. Intended for Chase. A little bit underthrown. Greg Newsome in coverage. And the Bengals go 3 and out on their first possession of the third quarter.
Cleveland Browns go on a long, sustained drive, multiple plays, converting multiple third downs. The Bengals go 1, 2, 3 and punt. Jamar Chase, great coverage. I mean, stride for stride is Newsome with them, and the ball is underthrown as you described, Dan, but Jamar got 2 hands on it, tried to cradle it into his chest, and flat out dropped it. That's a rarity. That ball is caught normally.
Ryan Rico punts and crushes it. Carter settling under it at the 10. Catches near the middle of the field, splits 2 Bengals, running it back, and makes it out to the 25-yard line.
You're right. There were 2 cover guys closed in on him. Looked like it was going to be big time, and he just split them.
So the Browns will have the ball at their own 25. They lead by 2, 16-14, after a 62-yard punt by Ryan Rico. 5:37 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to the Bengals Radio Network.
Save big money in your next painting project right now at Menards. Give your room a grand finish with Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint. It's a premium paint and primer with a tough, resilient finish that's scrubbable and stain resistant. Save big today on Pittsburgh Paint, in-store and on Menards.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our weekly flyer to find all of our other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Man, I love driving these roads. Sign might say 55, but that's just too slow. I got this. Oops. Hello, officer.
Sir, I had you going 71 in a 55. The speed limit is set for a reason, to not only save your life, but for those around you. If you want to go fast, do it on a racetrack.
Law enforcement in West Virginia is cracking down on speeders. If you're caught speeding, you won't get a trophy, you'll get a ticket.
Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by the Huntington Highway Safety Program.
Ready to embrace the golden years of your life? Look no further than Woodlands, the Tri-State's premier senior living community. With its stunning hilltop views, Woodlands offers a world of peace and serenity with living options designed just for you, balancing independence with a secure future. Come experience the Woodlands lifestyle for yourself. Call 304-697-1620 or visit woodlandswv.com to learn more. Woodlands Retirement Community, welcome to the neighborhood.
your home for the Bengals.
Hey, let's go. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Logan Wilson is in the locker room being evaluated for a possible concussion. His return is listed as questionable, so looks like the Bengals will likely have to do without him here in the second half. We've got 5:37 left in the third quarter. Cleveland has the ball with a 2-point lead, 16-14. First and 10, Browns at their own 25. Thrash goes in motion. Flaco fakes a handoff, and he gets sacked.
Nice.
Knocked down by Trey Hendrickson, who led the NFL with 17.5 of them a year ago, and he's got his first one in 2025.
17.5, 2 years in a row. 35, 2-year total. He is a premier pass rusher, and B.J. Hill involved as well. They kind of met at the quarterback, but Trey got there a split second earlier than B.J. Hill did. He gets the sack.
Second down and 16 after that 6-yard sack for Trey Hendrickson. Flacco fakes a handoff. Here comes the rush. His pass over the middle, and it is intercepted off a ricochet by Jordan Battle. He's running it back at the 25, and he'll be tackled after getting down to the 25-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson coming off the field. He was very agitated because he got held. He got thrown to the ground. No call. It's basically not as painful as it could be because the Bengals get a turnover. They get a takeaway, the first one of the football game. But Trey Hendrickson was there to make a play, man, and he just got thrown to the turf. But that's a good effort by Jordan Battle, making that interception. The
pass was intended for Judy. He tried to make a diving catch.
He tipped it up,
knocked the ball up in the air, and then it looked like it hit his knee and was suspended in midair even longer, allowing Jordan Battle to come up with his third career interception.
Yeah, Joe Flacco's not going to be happy with that one. You're never happy with any interception, but that ball was not thrown like Joe Flacco normally throws the football. Jordan Battle was there to clean it up, though, and the Bengals get a short field. I mean,
after review, it is an interception. However, the intercepting player was down by contact at the 34-yard line. It will be first down and 10, Cincinnati from the 34-yard line.
Okay, well, they're not as close to the red zone as initially thought. Thought they were going to be only 7 yards from the red zone. Now they're 14 yards from the red zone, but they have a short field. Field position officially flipped. Take advantage.
Joe Flacco has 6 more interceptions than touchdown passes in his 22 career starts against Cincinnati. So the Bengals down by 2, start out in field goal range at the 34 of Cleveland. Mike Gesicki goes in motion, moves a little bit closer to the left tackle, Orlando Brown Jr. Now he goes further in motion, swing pass to the right. Brown has blockers in front, but Cleveland does a nice job of stretching the play toward the sideline, making the tackle after a 1-yard gain. Schlesinger with another tackle for Cleveland.
And as you mentioned, the Bengals are in Evan McPherson field goal range, and that's important because they only trail by 2. Cleveland missed the extra point, so the Bengals can take a lead with an Evan McPherson field goal. If they can get that done on this drive, they'd like to get more done. They'd like to punch it in the end zone and take a bigger lead, take a 2-score lead at this point in the game.
4:18 left in the third. The Bengals with an interesting formation. Burrow fakes the Chase Brown, rolls right, throws before getting hit. His shot put pass in the direction of Sample is incomplete. Devin Bush nailed Joe Burrow after the throw.
Yeah, he really did. The guy that was closest to the football to make any kind of a play on it was Schlesinger. And, Joe Burrow just got Unfortunately, no injury there. Those are the kind of plays, as you're following through and that defensive player hits your hand after you release the football, there can be damage to fingers, to hands, and all kinds of things you don't want to think about.
3rd down and 9 at the 33 of Cleveland. Samaje Perine in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Cleveland sends 5. Burrow's pass caught on the near sideline by T. Higgins for a Cincinnati first down. Denzel Ward gets him out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals are now 7 for 9 on 3rd down conversions. That is big. That's the biggest reason that they're within striking distance or retaking the lead in this football game. Their 3rd down performance has been one to remember.
That puts Burrow over 100 passing yards, 104 on 14 completions. Browns have done a nice job. Jamar Chase will line up in the backfield with Chase Brown. Now he goes in orbit motion. They hand it off to Chase Brown, running right, has a blocker. Karras in front. Chase Brown makes it down to the 17-yard line. The Bengals are inside the Miami University red zone.
Nice job there, the Cincinnati Bengals. They pull Ted Karras. He does a good job of leading Chase Brown up the middle of the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line between the tackles. Cleveland tackles him from behind.
52 rushing yards for Chase Brown. He has 9 receiving yards as well. Gained 6 on that play. 2nd and 4 at the Cleveland 17 with the Bengals down by 2 and 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Burrow catches a shotgun snap, throws, and it's batted away by Denzel Ward. Pass was intended for Gesicki. Denzel Ward with a nice job getting his left hand in to swat it sideways.
Yeah, Joe Burrow scanning the secondary. It almost was deflected by a defensive lineman up front. Big Shelby Harris got his hands up, almost batted the football, didn't, but never fear, Denzel Ward is near.
Myles Garrett will rush against Orlando Brown Jr. from that side of the Cleveland defense. It's an empty backfield for Cincinnati. 3rd down and 4. Short crossing route. Chase Brown, the intended receiver, and he gets popped by Schlesinger, and the pass is incomplete. Big time hit.
Big time hit, and Chase Brown guilty of trying to make a move before actually securing the football. You know, he saw the defender, felt the defender in the area, and basically tried to sidestep him before he actually had control of that football.
Evan McPherson will try to give Cincinnati the lead. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt from the right hash out of the hold of Ryan Rico. 2:52 remaining, 3rd quarter. Cincinnati trails by 2. Here comes the 35-yard kick. The swing of the right leg, a high spinning end over end kick, and it gives Cincinnati a 1-point lead. The Bengals capitalize on the interception by Jordan Battle, and the 35-yard field goal by Money Mack makes it Cincinnati 17 and Cleveland 16. With break with 2:48 remaining here in the 3rd quarter on the Bengals Radio Network.
5 divided by 3 is 166.7%. So Fifth Third Bank makes banking a Fifth Third better by protecting you and your money with Smart Shield. Like the Bengals defense protects their end zone. We blitz hackers with threat blocking. We run audibles with alerts. And we've always got a free safety roaming around with 24/7 monitoring. So when you want a great defense, you want Fifth Third. This is banking a Fifth Third better. Visit 53.com/SmartShield for more information, including product restrictions and details. Deposit and credit products provided by Fifth Third Bank. National Association member FDIC.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets puts you at the heart of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's the 50-yard line, courtside, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit SITickets.com or download the app today. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Looking for the best internet service? Alta Fiber is the top-rated internet provider in Cincinnati, according to Ookla's speed test results. With speeds up to 3 gig and 99.99% network reliability, Alta Fiber is the easy choice. Don't settle for anything less than the best. For a limited time, get $50 off your first month when you bundle fiber internet and Fioptics Plus TV service for just $30 a month each. Sign up today at altafiber.com.
2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Cincinnati back on top. 17-16 Bengals. Right now, the difference in this game is a missed extra point by Cleveland's new kicker this year, Andre Schmidt.
Who said special teams? Who said special teams are not important? Darren Simmons knows they are. Every special teams coach in the NFL knows they are. And right now, the reason the Bengals have a 1-point advantage in the opener is because of special teams.
McPherson kicks to the goal line, and it'll be run back by DeAndre Carter. Quickly to the 20, and Shaka Hayward is there to make the tackle at the 25-yard line. So the Bengals got a takeaway on Cleveland's last possession, an interception by Jordan Battle, and a pass that ricocheted off Jerry Jeudy. Now we'll see if Cincinnati can get a stop or another takeaway with a 1-point lead.
Back-to-back takeaways would be outstanding, Dan. I agree. If they could do that, huge. But next best thing, 3 and out. Get them off the football field. Don't let them burn clock. Let Joe Burrow and company get after it. Tyson
Anderson is in at safety. Geno Stone spent some time in the blue medical tent. The Browns hand it off on 1st and 10, and Cincinnati brings down the rookie Sampson after a gain of 3. The Bengals lost their right guard, Lucas Patrick, with a calf injury in the first half. Logan Wilson exited, being examined for a concussion, and now Geno Stone is out of the game. Tyson Anderson playing safety.
And one thing the Bengals were very, very fortunate with in the preseason was no injuries. Well, here in the opener, the injury bug has acted up.
The other safety is P.J. Jules. 2nd and 7. Flaco, swing pass to the left. Sampson running toward the near sideline. Brought down short of the first down. Tyson Anderson and Logan Wilson is back into the game. So good to see him back in there. They make the tackle 4 yards short, and it's 3rd down and 4.
And he ran pretty well. He ran laterally in his pursuit pretty well. Took a perfect angle. Assisted in making the play.
So he passed concussion protocol.
Good news.
3rd down and 4 for the Browns. Clock running, 1:32 left in the third quarter. Cincinnati has a 1-point lead. Jerome Ford motions into the backfield and lines up next to his veteran quarterback, Joe Flacco. Shotgun snap. Flacco whistles one over the middle, caught on the run. Tillman into Bengals territory. Tyson Anderson and Cam Taylor-Britt will make the tackle at the 44-yard line.
Pretty good protection. They did a nice job of sorting things out there. The Bengals had 6 at the line of scrimmage. They rushed 5 of the 6, and Cleveland picked the 5 up. Gave Joe Flacco a clean pocket, clear vision down the football field, and he threw a strike.
Biggest gain of the day, 25 yards for the Cleveland Browns. They have it at the Cincinnati 44-yard line. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Flacco is under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Ford grabbed and tackled by Chris Jenkins after a 1-yard gain.
Chris Jenkins, 2nd-round pick out of Michigan last year, showing some pretty good strength right there. I mean, he one-arm tackled him. It hit him with one arm, wrapped that one arm around him, and took him to the turf.
The Browns don't have to run another play if they don't want to. And they want to keep the Bengals offense off the field as much as possible. So they're going to let the final 10 seconds of the third quarter run off the clock. And the Bengals will head to the fourth quarter with a 1-point lead on opening day in Cleveland. As we head to the fourth, it's Cincinnati 17, Cleveland 16 on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
Get to Miami Valley Gaming on Saturday, August 30th for a chance to win a Mercedes or $45,000.
Must be 21. Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-589-9966 or visit org.ohio.gov. Ready to take a break? Visit timeoutohio.com.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets puts you at the heart of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's the 50-yard line, courtside, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit SITickets.com or download the app today. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
Bengal fans, Bengals Luxury Suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today.
We head to the fourth quarter. Cincinnati nursing a 1-point lead here in Cleveland. 17-16 to score. The Browns have the ball in Bengals territory. It's going to be second down and 9 from the 43. We mentioned that Geno Stone was at the Blue Medical tent and is currently out of the game. Right now, they appear to be changing something on his helmet. I don't know if they're changing the face mask or what they're doing. Maybe he had a cut chin and they want more protection. It's hard to tell, but Adam Nolman, the equipment manager, just made a change to his helmet. Geno just put it back on. It looks like he's getting ready to come back in.
Maybe a padded chin strap or something.
Could be. Second and 9. Flaco to throw. Pump fakes. Begins rolling left. He'll try to run to the sideline. Chris Jenkins takes him out of bounds. Well short of the first down. Flaco went out at the 39. Third down and 5 coming up. Geno Stone checking back in.
That's a rarity. You won't see Joe Flaco run the ball that often, but it was so open. The pass rush lanes were distorted. He had to tuck it and take off, and Jenkins, who could run, ran him down from behind. The fans reacted. I think part of it was they were supportive of Joe Flacco's effort. The other part, they thought that Jenkins may have hit him in that 5-yard white area out of bounds.
Third down and 5. Can the Bengals put heat on Flaco? Hendrickson and Stewart are the edge rushers. Flaco drops back to pass. Has time. Floats it downfield. And it's dropped by Fannin.
Wow.
At the 26-yard line. It's fourth down and 5 for Cleveland.
Man, that was there. Big over route from the tight end. Man, they now they're 6 for 11 on third down. And Joe Flacco, he couldn't have thrown this one any better.
Cleveland's going to go for it.
That ball was right there.
So, fourth and 5 at the Cincinnati 39. The Browns will leave their offense on the field. Now, they might just try to draw the Bengals offside.
Right.
We'll see.
Right.
But they line up to go for it at the Bengals 39-yard line.
Hold your water. Stay on side.
We're 44 seconds into the fourth quarter. 3 receivers out to the right. Flacco catches the shotgun snap. Passes over the middle. Dropped by Judy.
Wow.
And the Bengals take over. Back-to-back drops by the Cleveland Browns.
Amazing. And 2 very fine throws from Joe Flacco. I mean, on the money throws with tight spirals. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. if you're a receiver from your quarterback and they dropped him.
The Bengals get the ball back with 14 minutes and 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cincinnati up by 1, 17-16. It'll be the Bengals ball at the 39 when we come back on the Bengals Radio Network.
Are you ready to be a part of something bigger? Join a West Virginia Laborers Local Union. We're on the lookout for dedicated individuals to join our skilled workforce. With comprehensive training and a strong support system, we'll help you build a fulfilling career. Step into a future with endless opportunities. Visit WVLDC.org and start your journey today. West Virginia and Appalachian Laborers District Council and LIUNA, your workforce solution. WVLDC.org.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Now in stock, hard to get Chevrolet Traxxas, over 50 available. More coming, starting under $23,000. The Car Ferry says clear the lot, 2026 is on the way. GMC 2026 Terrains, 40 in stock, up to $1,800 off. Mark Porter Chevy GMC in Ashland, Kentucky and Pomeroy, Ohio has truck. Take up to $14,000 off. 2025 GMC Sierras. Offer includes $3,500 owner loyalty rebate. Must own 2011 or newer Buick or GMC. Come to Route 7 and Route 33, Pomeroy, Ohio, or Greenup Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Over 800 GM vehicles available. Car dreams do come true. Sale ends September 2nd, all rebates to dealer.
This is Dickie Martin, the voice of the Ashland Tomcats. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Tune in to Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 for live coverage of every Tomcat game all season long. Your home for Ashland Tomcat football.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340.
NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. Cincinnati up by a point, 17-16. Bengals ball with 14 minutes and 13 seconds to go. The Miami Dolphins are in Indianapolis today. Miami has 6 first downs in the game, 115 total yards of offense. They're being shut out. They're trailing 30-0, and the guy shutting them out is Lou Anarumo. Good for Lou in the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
On 1st and 10, the Bengals run it right, and Chase Brown will be engulfed and tackled for no gain. Carson Schlesinger, there's that man again, the bottom of the pile for Cleveland.
Chase Brown's the only running back that's got double-digit carries. That was his 15th carry of the day. Neither team has run the ball very well. Cleveland's got 1.7 yards per carry. Their longest rush of the day is 5 yards. The Bengals are at 3.4 yards a carry. Their longest rush is 8 yards. So neither ground attack has gotten untracked.
Bengals have the ball at their own 40, 2nd down and 9 coming up. Cincinnati with a 1-point fourth quarter lead. Chase goes in motion, lines up in the slot to the right. Burrow throws it down the sideline.
Nice.
Higgins!
Nice.
He's out of bounds.
Thought he caught that bad boy. Didn't get at least 1 foot, both feet down. One's only good in college football. You got to get both in bounds with possession. And he did not.
Hickman in coverage. Higgins had to jump high into the air to make the catch. And it's 3rd down and 9 as a result.
Can't go 1, 2, 3 and out.
Bengals are 7 for 10 on 3rd down conversions. They'll go with an empty backfield. Now Samaje Perine motions into the backfield and Burrow calls a timeout. That's the second one used in the second half, so the Bengals only have 1 remaining. Hopefully that won't matter down the stretch. Browns have all of their timeouts left.
Both teams' 3rd down conversions, pretty good, Dan. At the end of 3 quarters, I've got stats here. At the end of the 3rd quarter, the Bengals converting 70% on 3rd down, Cleveland 60%. Neither team ran the ball very well, like we talked about. Joe Burrow, quarterback rating of 94.1. Joe Flaco, 87.6. Demetrius Knight, 10 tackles, 8 of them unassisted in the football game. Quite an effort.
Huge play with 13:23 to go. The Bengals with an empty formation. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Now Pirine motions into the backfield. Cleveland dropping its safeties back for this 3rd down and 9 play. Burrow with a deep drop. Throws off his back foot. Trying to get it to Chase. Jamar could not make the catch inbounds. It's incomplete. Good pass rush on Joe Burrow there.
No doubt.
And the Bengals have a 3 and out. They only gained 1 yard, and they'll punt it away.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, one of the contributors on that pass rush, as was Isaiah McGuire. They kind of met at Joe Burrow in the backfield and made Joe hurry his throw just a little bit. Joe still did get plenty of mustard on it and almost got a completion out of it.
Ryan Rico has punted twice. He's averaging 52 yards per punt, though he did have 1 touchback in this game. Carter waiting back at the 10 to run it back for Cleveland. Wagner looks back, snaps it to Rico, and the second-year punter hits a wobbler. Carter runs out of the way. It bounces at the 7 and goes into the end zone for Ryan Rico's 2nd touchback of the day. We'll take a timeout with 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go after that 60-yard punt. So still 40 net for Rico. The Browns will have it at their own 20 when we come back. The score is 17-16. Cincinnati by 1 on the Bengals Radio Network.
Are you ready to be a part of something bigger? Join a West Virginia Laborers Local Union. We're on the lookout for dedicated individuals to join our skilled workforce. With comprehensive training and a strong support system, we'll help you build a fulfilling career. Step into a future with endless opportunities. Visit WVLDC.org and start your journey today. West Virginia and Appalachian Laborers District Council and LIUNA, your workforce solution. WVLDC.org.
What if someone could tell you what pest control issues you are most likely to have at your house in the next couple of months? Basically, someone that has like a bug or rodent psychic. Wouldn't you want that same person to handle your pest control services now? That's what Patrick, Becca, and the whole team at K&B Pest Control can do. They can predict the future. And better yet, prevent it from happening at your house. Call them now. 304-523-4281. K&B Pest Control, they'll kill for your business.
Are you ready to be a part of something bigger? Join a West Virginia Laborers Local Union. We're on the lookout for dedicated individuals to join our skilled workforce. With comprehensive training and a strong support system, we'll help you build a fulfilling career. Step into a future with endless opportunities. Visit WVLDC.org and start your journey today. West Virginia and Appalachian Laborers District Council and LIUNA, your workforce solution. WVLDC.org.
Your home for the Bengals.
Never quit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Never quit.
Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. Kentucky's sports station.
Let's go.
It's with Bengals Banking. Visit 53.com/Bengals to learn more about our Fifth Third Better perks for Bengals fans just like you.
Browns have outgained the Bengals on opening day, 225 yards to 160.
Man.
And the Browns have more or less controlled the clock, particularly in the third quarter. For the game, they have about 6.5 more minutes of time of possession. And it's the Browns' ball at their own 20 with 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Cincinnati up by a point, 17-16. Flaco will be under center with Dylan Sampson behind him on 1st and 10. Flaco drops back to throw. Swing pass into the flat. Sampson with the catch. Logan Wilson makes the tackle. That play has consistently worked for decent gains, and it picks up 7.
It has. They run the Bengals corners off the line of scrimmage with deep routes by the receivers. And they run a little swing pass out of the backfield, and a linebacker has to run with the running back out into space and then be able to change direction as quickly as the running back does. That's a mismatch.
8 targets, 8 catches for rookie Dylan Sampson. Now they hand it to him, and he runs through an arm tackle near the line of scrimmage. Picks up 5 yards and a first down out to the 33. Miles Murphy making the stop.
Yeah, Miles Murphy was penetrating going up the football field, and then all of a sudden, boy, quick hitter. I got to try to retrace. Can't retrace fast enough. First down.
12 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Cleveland's ball down by 1. The Browns missed an extra point. Right now, that's the difference on the scoreboard. Flaco in the gun on 1st and 10 from his own 33. Fannin motions out to the right. Flaco back to throw. Looking. Still looking. Now he throws. Caught on the run by Fannin. And he'll be tackled in Bengals territory by Jordan Battle at the 45-yard line.
Joe Flaco is clever. He's got a lot of NFL experience under his belt. And he realized he was rolling to his right in front of the Bengals sideline, right in front of the Bengal bench area. And he was running out of real estate. And it's like, I just don't want to run out of bounds. Do I throw this thing out of bounds? No, I see Fannin. I'm going there. Great throw.
He debuted in 2008, where active players in the NFL included Brett Favre, Junior Seau. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. 22 yards on that throw to the rookie tight end Fannin. Flaco under pressure, manages to throw it sideways, and a nice tackle by Oren Burks on Jerome Ford for a loss of 3.
That is. That's big time, Dan. Out in space, you have a running back working against the linebacker, one-on-one. I understand that the running back had to make a reaction and get his eyes to the football and catch it and all that sort of thing. And the linebacker's just flying toward the running back, but still, to make that kind of play in space when you have running back change direction like that is big.
Oren Burks earned a Super Bowl ring with the Philadelphia Eagles a year ago and started their last 3 postseason wins. Shotgun snap, Flaco's pass, caught by Fannin, brought down right away by Dax Hill. Not a big gain on the play. A big 3rd down and 7 play coming up from the Cincinnati 42.
Huge. This 3rd down, this is 3rd and from a defensive standpoint, 3rd down and get off the field. No question about it. Make the Cleveland Browns punt the football. It's going to try a field goal. You're talking about a 60-yard field goal attempt. And if you don't make it, you're giving up a great field position to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jerome Ford in the backfield with Joe Flaco. Thrash goes in motion out to the left. Flaco back to throw. His pass caught short of the sticks. Penalty flag down. Judy tackled at the 42-yard line. No gain on the play. It is 4th and 7.
Holding on Cleveland. So Flaco, that was his 5th straight completion. Flacco's heating up at a time where the Bengals don't want him to heat up.
Take it or decline it.
Offense, number 79. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
And Cleveland's going to punt it away.
So 4th and 7 in Bengals territory. And the Browns are going to try to pin the Bengals inside their 10. Trey Hendrickson drew that holding penalty.
Yes, he did.
Corey Bajorquez into punt. Charlie Jones, who has 1 punt return touchdown in his first 2 NFL seasons, waits at the 8-yard line. Nose of the ball down. The punt is lofted high into the air. Jones gets out of the way, and it bounces into the end zone. Hit hard at the 3 and bounced through the back of the end zone. So the Bengals get a bit of a break. They'll have it at their 20 with 9:22 to go. We'll take a timeout on the Bengals Radio Network.
Bengal fans, Bengals Luxury Suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today.
Looking for the best internet service? Alta Fiber is the top-rated internet provider in Cincinnati, according to Ookla's speed test results. With speeds up to 3 gig and 99.99% network reliability, Alta Fiber is the easy choice. Don't settle for anything less than the best. For a limited time, get $50 off your first month when you bundle fiber internet and Fioptics Plus TV service for just $30 a month each. Sign up today at altafiber.com.
Need to tackle your next big project? Choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And we're a one-stop rental shop. You get top-notch equipment without the long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or major build, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit OhioCat.com to explore equipment options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, the official equipment partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is Tanya Wilmus from Delta Dental of Ohio. Our mission is to improve oral health through our benefit plans, advocacy, and community support. Our dedicated network of dentists makes this mission possible. Together, we're building healthy, smart, vibrant communities, one smile at a time.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets put you at the heart of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's the 50-yard line, courtside, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit SITickets.com or download the app today. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
Bengals scored touchdowns on 2 of their first 3 possessions this season, but they haven't scored another touchdown since on their last 4 drives. Now, one of those drives was just a couple of plays at the end of the half, but here in the second half, a meager 26 yards of offense. Fortunately for the Bengals, Jordan Battle came up with an interception in Cleveland territory that led to the go-ahead field goal, and the Bengals lead at 17-16 with 9:22 to go. Cincinnati's ball at the 20, 1st and 10. Pirine in at running back. Burrow fakes a handoff to Jamar Chase, and he'll be sacked by Myles Garrett at the 14-yard line, a loss of 6.
Well, the Bengals offensive tackles have done a pretty good job of controlling the 2 edge rushers, but Myles Garrett on this one just gets up the football field on Orlando Brown, and Orlando Brown gets some inside help from his guard, and he probably wishes that the guard Dylan Fairchild hadn't pushed Myles Garrett out there that hard, but Myles Garrett beat him on the edge.
That's the first sack of the day for the Browns. It is 2nd down and 16. Jamar Chase in the backfield, and
the Bengals have no timeouts remaining in the game.
They've all been called on offense here in the second half.
So you got to give some credit to Jim Schwartz. He's doing something different. He's made some halftime adjustments that are perplexing the Cincinnati Bengals a little bit, either personnel or configuration, formationally, and all that sort of thing. That
was actually the Bengals' second timeout in the second half. They've got 1 left. My mistake. And happy to make it.
Yeah.
So the Bengals have 1 timeout remaining, 8:36 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 16 coming up. The Bengals at their own 14-yard line. And Cleveland's defense looking like it did 2 years ago when the Browns had the best defense in the NFL.
Who's going to make a play for the Bengals offense? Somebody's going to step up.
Chase Brown checks back into the game. Andre Yosivash in motion. Burrow in trouble. Garrett sacks him again. Back-to-back sacks. For the NFL Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago, the great Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is that. He is great. I don't think he's had a season where he hasn't had at least 10 sacks. This guy is, one of the premier players in the National Football League. There's no question.
He's playing against the Bengals for the 13th time. He has 15 sacks. 3rd and 22 after back-to-back sacks for number 95. Burrow drops back to the end zone. In trouble.
Whoa.
He manages to avoid a safety, but he gets sacked again. Isaiah McGuire brings him down at the 2. 3 straight sacks in the fourth quarter with the Bengals leading by 1. They lose 18 yards.
Cincinnati Bengals offensive line collectively just did not live up to their responsibility on this particular drive. I mean, to give up 3 sacks in 3 snaps is almost incomprehensible.
Now Ryan Rico with very little room to operate from the back of the end zone. See if Cleveland goes after the punter and tries to block it. Rico has time, gets it off. Not much hang time, but it bounces and it rolls. Finally scooped up at the 45 by Carter of Cleveland. He runs into Bengals territory and gets tackled at the 43.
Yeah, Ryan Rico did not want to step on the back line of the end zone. That's a safety. Or step out of the end zone. That's a safety. So he probably hurried his mechanics, his footwork a little bit, but it was a perfect snap, and he got it away.
So a great drive start for Cleveland. They'll begin from the Cincinnati 42. Down by a point after 3 consecutive sacks. 2 by Garrett, 1 by McGuire.
That is rare.
Flaco in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the Cincinnati 42. He will hand it off. Newsome runs into a brick wall. Goes down at the Bengals 39, a 3-yard run. Sampson, not Newsome on the run.
Bengals have to think about takeaway, some sort of a turnover, reach in there, and Bengals checking out right now.
Mike Pinnell just joined the Bengals this week, activated off the practice squad today, went to a knee and motioned to the sideline that he needed medical assistance. He's on his feet and now heading toward the sideline with a slight limp.
And T.J. Slayton takes his place. Looks like they're working on his right shoulder.
Agreed. Gives the Browns the opportunity to huddle up before the 2nd down and 7 play at the Cincinnati 39-yard line.
And that's an injury timeout, a player injury timeout, so the Bengals aren't charged with timeout there. You got to think takeaway here. You got to think 3 and out. I'm not sure with this field position, Cleveland wouldn't necessarily go for it on 4th down if it were 4th and 3 or less. So the Bengals have their work cut out for them defensively, no question about it.
Miles Murphy and Trey Hendrickson are the edge rushers for the Bengals. It's an empty backfield for the Browns. 2nd down and 7 from the Cincinnati 39. Flaco's pass over the middle. Incomplete. He threw it too fast and too high for Fannin. And it's 3rd down and 7. Geno Stone in coverage.
Yeah, and I thought he had pretty good coverage, Dan. I thought he was a factor in that play. That's why Flaco located the ball where he did. But I agree with you, man. He had some RPMs in that bad boy. He had some juice. 6 of 12 on 3rd down are Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns. Let's see what they got on this one.
Don't know if they would go for it on 4th and 7 if the Bengals do not give up yardage here.
Right.
Judy goes in motion. Flaco looking to throw. His pass caught by Judy. Came slanting in from the right. He was wide open, and he's got a 1st down at the Bengals 26. The Browns are in field goal range. Turner and Stone combined for the stop.
Yeah, Turner was gesturing after the play. I'm not sure what it was all about, but the coverage was too soft.
13 yards on that play. Flaco fakes a handoff. Bootlegs right. His pass incomplete. Thrown behind Tillman. And there's a very late penalty flag on the far side of the field. An eligible receiver downfield.
And the Cleveland Browns offensive line is reacting like, what? Are you kidding me?
Ineligible player downfield, offense, number 79. That penalty is declined, 2nd down.
Jack Conklin, the guilty party, Pro Bowl player in his own right. He couldn't believe it.
Bengals decline the penalty. It is 2nd down and 10 at the Cincinnati 26 with 5:46 to go, and the Browns on the verge of pulling ahead. Down by 1, deep in Bengals territory. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Flaco with an inside handoff. And the Bengals will make the tackle at the 22. 4-yard run for Dylan Sampson. Osai in battle. Make the stop.
What the Bengals need is what the Cleveland Browns did. 3 sacks in a row. Back to back to back. I'll take back to back. And if the Bengals can somehow generate back-to-back sacks, because right now the Cleveland Browns are on the shadow of getting in the red zone.
3rd down and 6. Ford checks in at running back. Flaco in the gun. Fannin motions out wide to the left. Flaco catches. He's back to throw. Floats it downfield. Judy making the catch. Going out of bounds. It's ruled a catch, and it's a first down at the 13-yard line. Cam Taylor-Britt in coverage.
That's a high-caliber receiver making a high-caliber play, getting his feet down inbounds on the sideline. You have to get both inbounds in the NFL. Catch, the left foot was down, right foot's down, drags the left foot. Yeah, he was big time right there.
The Browns started this drive in Bengals territory. They've moved it 29 yards down to the Cincinnati 13. Flacco under center. Sampson lined up behind him. It's a run to the left. Sampson grabbed by the foot by Miles Murphy, and then a teammate makes the tackle for no gain.
Yeah, that was good penetration by the Cincinnati Bengals, and Chris Jenkins Jr. was involved there. He almost tried to rip at the football a little bit as he broke through on some penetration.
No gain on the play. The clock is running. We're down to 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. The Browns on the verge of taking the lead. 2nd and 10 at the Cincinnati 13. Ford in at running back. Moves from Flacco's right to the quarterback's left. Flaco with a quick screen out to the right. Fannin with the catch. And Dax Hill and Mike Pinnell make the tackle around the 12. Just a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 9 coming up. And the 9th play of the drive coming up.
Andre Schmidt has to be on that sideline for the Cleveland Browns thinking, oh man, last kick I had, I missed an extra point. This is, right now, this is another kick in that type of range. I mean, you got to put those kind of things out of your head, but it's tough to do, particularly when you've messed it up.
3rd and 9. The Bengals cannot give up a first down here. Jamar Stewart in to rush the quarterback. Flacco back to throw. Pump fakes. Flacco spinning around. He will be sacked at the 19-yard line. Nice. 2 Bengals were there. B.J. Hill and Trey Hendrickson. And the Browns will have to settle for the field goal try. And that makes it a little bit longer. More like the length of the extra point that Schmidt missed.
And Trey Hendrickson is gonna get the. He got there just a half beat ahead of B.J. Hill, but good pass rush inside and outside from B.J. Hill and Trey Hendrickson on that snap.
Extra points are 33 yards. This is a 36-yard try with 2:30 to go. The Browns trying to take the lead. Bojorquez catches, puts it down. Schmidt's kick on the way. No good.
No.
He missed it wide right.
Woo.
He missed a PAT wide right. And Schmidt misses a go-ahead field goal try.
Man.
Wide right.
Man.
2:22 to go.
I mean, go to the sideline right now. It's tough for him to look teammates in the eye. I mean, he's personally responsible for 4 points the Cleveland Browns do not have on the board. And he pushed it. He pushed it right. I mean, it kind of sailed wide right of that right upright. Unbelievable. The Cincinnati Bengals have 9 lives.
Nothing happens in a vacuum, but if that was a little bit closer before the sack,
yeah,
it might have been good.
Yeah, the sack was big.
Here's a handoff to Chase Brown, and he is crushed at the 24-yard line. The Bengals lose 2 on their first snap after the missed field goal try.
Now, what you want to do here, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, Cleveland uses a timeout. You want the defense to stay on the sideline. Offensively, you want to end the game with you taking a knee or whatever with the football. Do not put your defense in another bind. The defense has done a good job. And field goal block team, it was more of the kicker screwing up than anything else, but don't put it in anybody else's hands. It's your responsibility as an offense. Run the ball, make play-action pass throws if you have to. Stay on the football field.
Single high safety for the Browns. 2nd down and 12 for Cincinnati. Burrow drops back. His pass caught by Higgins. Knocked out of bounds 1 yard short of a Cincinnati first down at the 35 by Greg Newsome. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Huge play coming up.
Absolutely. T. Higgins made a big play right here to give the Bengals a shot on third down, make it third and short. It's third, and the way he went out of bounds with the football, if the official marks it properly, it should be third and less than a yard.
Since he went out of bounds, that stopped the clock. 2:13 left in regulation. Burrow hands it off to Chase Brown, and it all depends on the spot. They mark him short. He's down at the 35. The Browns stopped him. Devin Bush with the tackle, and the Bengals will have to punt it away at the 2-minute warning.
Unbelievable.
Third and a yard, ran up the middle, didn't get it. We'll take a timeout with 2 minutes to go. The Browns, down by 1, are going to get the ball back. Cincinnati 17, Cleveland 16. Fasten your seatbelts for the final 2 minutes on the Bengals Radio Network.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are available for all home games this season.
Be part of one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports. There is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium.
Avoid those high fees on the secondary market. Go to Bengals.com/tickets and grab your seats before they're gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
Hooray!
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork. They develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your manager should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at Paycor.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience on the North Plaza level of Paycor Stadium or online at shop.bengals.com. The Bengals offense is on the field on 4th and 1 at their own 35. Is this real or a decoy to try to get the Browns to jump? Be a gutsy call to go for it by Zach Taylor. Burrow in the gun, Drew Sample in the backfield with him. 4th down and 1 with 2 minutes to go and a 1-point lead. Burrow sends Chase in motion, goes back in the original direction, now running out to the right. They haven't snapped it yet. Now Burrow moves up to center. I think it's a decoy.
Yep.
The Browns don't flinch, and the Bengals will call their final timeout.
Delay game, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
All right, so the Bengals did not use the timeout. It is a delay of game. That pushes it back 5 yards. That was a smart try by Zach Taylor. The 5 yards, probably not going to be the difference in this game.
A lot of window dressing, a lot of movement, moving wide receivers and running backs around. Hard count by Joe Burrow. I'm sure his voice inflection was awesome. It was probably unbelievable, but Cleveland held their water. Got to give them credit.
Rico back at the 15, waiting to punt. The returner, Carter, at the Cleveland 15. Here comes the punt. Very high, a wobbly kick. Carter catches at the 21, runs to the 30, and gets tackled at the 33-yard line. 1:50 on the clock. The Browns have 2 timeouts left, trailing Cincinnati by 1 point. 17-16. The rookie long snapper, Will Wagner, ran down to make the tackle.
Who's going to make a play for the Cincinnati Bengals defensive football team? Somebody force a fumble. somebody deflect the football, tipped interception, things of that nature. That's what the doctor has ordered right now.
The Browns have missed an extra point and a short field goal try, or they would have the lead with 1:50 to go.
Yep.
Cincinnati up by 1. The Browns start from the 33. Flaco back to throw. Has time. Short pass. Caught at the 37. Njoku tackled a yard short of the first down, and the clock will run with 1:39 to go. Logan Wilson made the tackle.
No
Browns
huddle.
go no huddle.
Yep, 2-minute drill, no huddle.
They have it at their own 43-yard line. Flacco looking to throw. His pass. It is intercepted. It went off the fingertips of Tillman. DJ Turner comes up with a football. And that is Coffin Nails.
Bam, bam, bam. How about Turner? Man, I'll tell you, that's football awareness. That's keeping your eyes open, your head on a swivel. Man, Tillman has to feel just awful. I mean, God, that ball is catchable, playable by him. He got 2 hands on it. I mean, that's not a hard catch. But boy, did Turner make him pay when he made the mistake. My goodness.
DJ Turner picks a good time for the first interception of his NFL career.
Whew.
It comes on opening day in Cleveland with 1:24 on the clock, and it's going to give Cincinnati an opening day win, barring a disastrous mistake by the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Browns do have 2 timeouts left. Hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Burrow under center. He'll hand it off to Chase Brown, and Brown will go nowhere. He'll be tackled for a loss. Back to the 43. McGuire with the tackle. The Browns stop the clock with 1:20 to go.
Well, one thing the Cincinnati Bengals can count on: the Browns aren't going to quit. The Browns are going to play it out. The Browns are going to play every single snap, and they're going to give effort on every single snap.
All right, let's play this out. The Browns have 1 timeout left.
Yep.
So if the Bengals run the ball, so that's not an incomplete pass, the Browns call a timeout. That would, leave about 1:15 on the clock. Then the Browns would be out of timeouts. The Bengals could try another running play. That would take 40 seconds off the clock and leave about 20 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, I like your math. I like your clock management there, Dan. Take care of the football.
2nd and 13 at the Browns' 43-yard line. Burrow under center. The back's in the eye behind him. Burrow taps his helmet. Stomps his foot.
Oh, got him.
The Browns flinch.
Hard count. Voice inflection. Joe Burrow does it as well as anybody.
So that could be very significant. It moves the Bengals 5 yards closer to a potential first down.
Encroachment defense, number 93. 5-yard penalty, remains second down. Clock will start in the snap.
So that moves it down to the 38.
And Shelby Harris is embarrassed. He's not going to want to go to the sideline or in the locker room and look his teammates in the face. You can't make those kind of mistakes at this stage of a football game, particularly a veteran player like him.
2nd down and 8. 80 seconds left. Cincinnati with a 1-point lead. DJ Turner with the interception to give the Bengals the ball back. Now Burrow moves Sample in motion to the left. And the Bengals call a timeout. They were trying to get the Browns to flinch again. Similar type motion that worked on the previous play. This time Cleveland doesn't move. So the Bengals call their final timeout. Cody Ford is going to check in as a 6th offensive lineman.
Chess match extraordinaire. There's no question about it. Both head coach, coordinators, everybody. Coaches, everybody's involved. Everybody's got something to say. But the players on the field, you have to be disciplined. You have to hold your water if you're on the defensive side of the football. Cleveland's already jumped once at a very inopportune time.
Let me ask you a question, Lap. You got the most accurate passer in NFL history, statistically.
Yes.
Would you consider a pass, knowing how much the Browns are defending the run, that would end the game if it's complete?
I would, with a quarterback like Joe Burrow, with the mentality that he has and the football IQ he has, yes.
6 offensive linemen on the field. The Bengals will hand it off to Chase Brown, and he's tackled for a loss. Schlesinger strikes again. He makes the tackle at the 42. It only took 4 seconds off the clock. The Browns are out of timeouts.
I'll tell you, this young rookie has proven that he belongs in the National Football League at the linebacker position. This dude is making plays.
So a Bengals running play here would take the clock down inside of 40 seconds. And assuming the Bengals don't get a first down with a running play, then you'd probably have to punt it back to Cleveland, try to pin them inside the 10.
And Cody Ford's in the game. The Bengals have a bunch of extra linemen, offensive and defensive linemen in this formation. 9
defenders up on the line for the Browns. Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown spinning away from a hit, going backward and tackled at the 45. So after the interception, the Bengals had it at the 40. They wind up losing 5 yards, and now the clock is winding down. It's going to be at about 30 seconds before the Bengals have to punt. They could let all of it run off, take a 5-yard penalty, and then see if Rico can pin the Browns inside the 10 with less than 30 seconds to go.
Very disappointing series of plays right there. The Bengals went big. They went with extra linemen, offensive and defensive linemen, a couple of 1,000 pounds of them, and it ended up going backwards. I mean, never went downhill and creased the line of scrimmage, never got any knockbacks. Very, very disappointing.
The clock is exactly at 30 seconds. The Bengals will be penalized for the delay of game. That'll move it back to midfield. Ryan Rico will come in to punt, so you got to execute the snap, get off the punt, try not to punt it into the end zone, and then you hope that your defense can prevent Joe Flaco from pulling out the miracle of miracles on opening day.
Make the Cleveland Browns go on the longest field possible. If you can down this at the 1-yard line, so be it. But make sure they have to start red zone or low red zone.
The Browns are out of timeouts. 30 seconds to go. The rookie snapper, Wagner, fires it back. Here comes a high end-over-end punt. It's going to bounce at the 9.
Nice.
And the Bengals will down it at the 1. And it also took 11 seconds off the clock.
Man.
P.J. Jules standing in perfect position. He gambled a bit, allowing that oblong ball to bounce in his direction, but ultimately he played it perfectly. 49-yard punt, 11 seconds taken off the clock, and the Browns have to start from their own 1. They would need to get to about the Bengals 35, maybe the 40, to have a shot at a game-winning field goal.
Boy, P.J. Jules, you're right, Dan. He did take a little bit of a chance, but he made a jewel of a play. I mean, he downed that bad boy at the 1. You can't do any better.
Flaco drops back toward the back of the end zone. Being pressured, scrambling right. Hendrickson pressures him, and the pass up the field is incomplete, intended for Njoku.
13 seconds to play.
Yep, that took 6 seconds off the clock. 13 seconds to go. Cleveland at its own 1, with the Bengals leading 17-16.
Now, Joe Flaco does have a strong arm, but to try to fathom, you could execute a touchdown, 99-yard touchdown pass? No way.
Ford in the backfield. Flaco catches the shotgun snap. Short pass toward the sideline. It is caught short of the first down. Thrash with the catch. Runs out of bounds at the 7 with 8 seconds to go.
Well, you got to think 2, maybe 3 plays, but 3 plays is almost impossible. There's a couple of plays left in the game, probably. Joe Flaco will probably, if he doesn't have anything, will throw it away fairly quickly. Bengals defense, you have 3 defensive backs 25 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And we've got a penalty.
False start.
on the Browns with 7 seconds to go. Is that the runoff in the game?
Start.
It is runoff.
79.
It is.
Pass the distance to the goal, remains third down. The clock will start in the snap.
Really? I guess there isn't a runoff. I thought there would be.
Trey Hendrickson giving the signal that should be a runoff.
Yeah, he was talking to the officials about it, and he still is. He still is. I don't know what the rules are on that, or if there's been a new rule with the competition committee I'm not aware of. I'm not sure.
They actually put a second back on the clock. 8 seconds to go. Flaco back to throw from the end zone. Now he throws up the field. Bobbled and caught. The Bengals make the tackle at the 29-yard line, and that ends the game.
Yes, sir.
The Cincinnati Bengals are 1-0. Doesn't that sound good?
Yes, it does.
As they come to Cleveland and win on opening day, 17-16.
Man, I was a little nervous about our coffin nails, Dan. I thought when we did it, this is no problem here. There's no way. But man, Cleveland hung in there. They don't quit. Cleveland Browns are going to win a lot of games this year. They're going to win their share of football games. The AFC North is one tough division, as we know.
Andre Schmidt might get a game ball from Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
For missing an extra point and a very